All right.
Okay,
All right.
then, welcome officially, everybody. And thank you for joining us as well as on the stream. Now, as always, we're gonna have a summary of last week. This one is going to be a good one, so fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna be interesting. Christy, stage is yours.
Yeah, so the short version of what happened last time is yes. The long version. So we went back to the room with the petrified beings, and we found out that the bullywug that we unpetrified again was back in the room where we found it. It was in a position to pour water. Um, and we found a construct in the room with the elf statues. It didn't really do anything aside from walking around the statues. We tried stopping it with spells and stuff, but it didn't really react, aside from maybe walking around a mage hand or something. We found that the Trobiant, a promising apprentice of Halaster, controls his construct army through a metal ring, which was an information that Elisha got. Multiple of those rings apparently exist. We found out that the petrified mage statue has multiple rings and a signet ring. We considered a way of getting the rings that were on the statues that were petrified, but after discussing, we decided to not break the statues because we didn't know what would happen with the people and beings after that. We had a bit of short socializing, and then we decided to go down to level 3, where we had a booming voice that said, "And so, a contestant persevere in the face of their countless shortcomings, saying goodbye to their arcane chambers and hello to the dwarven ruins of Stormokor. But we wonder, can they weather the storm of the spiders and venom that is the house of Avrindar? Can they escape the wretched drow? Or shall they become pregnant with the demon goddess' foul children?" We then found a cave complex out and a room with sarcophagi and decided to go there and investigate. We found out that they were like some kind of dwarven sarcophagi. Found another passage gnawed out of the room with a dead body of a human, his face contorted in fear, lying on the floor. We investigated the corpse and found out that something emerged from the dead body's neck. And we found out that Draw increased the number of spider by implanting spider eggs in the bodies of slaves. Spider would then hatch and eat their way out of the body, having their first meal with the lucky mummy that carried them around.
Lucky.
Yes, we found some reliefs on the walls depicting mountains and dwarven symbol of a mountain with a gem at its heart, and the inscription, "To ancestors past we salute, to daughters and sons we beg." We found out that the symbol is the symbol of Dumathoin, protector of the dwarven dead, so we decided to not further inspect or disturb the sarcophagi. On hindsight, that might have been the better choice. We proceeded to a rough path through the path that was north, where we found the body, because when we have a choice, go where the dead bodies are. We found out that it was probably not a dwarven. It was not made by dwarves because it was really rough. Looked like it was done by pickaxes, but not in a clean way. So we assumed that it has been put there after the dwarves disappeared from this level. We got teleported. Well, no, wait, we went out again before we actually went through the passage. And we got teleported to Halaster's in a room with bookcases and a heart. And he told us, "You've descended to the ruin of Stromkuldur, bastion to the ancient Smalarkin dwarves. Here they out their small little lives, bright lives in the darkness, before the darkness swallowed them whole. To this day, the veterans of that war lay siege in these ruins. The vile draw of the House Avrindor war against the Legion of Azrog for control of these ruins, so that they may seize Skullport, perhaps even Waterdeep itself. It is up to you to strike at the draw or let them to their devices. History has shown to be a stubborn and sadistic lot. So I'm sure it all worked out. He asked us to kill Trissa of Arendar. And after a short discussion, Olin decided that, like, oh, you told us we had to kill you, and tries to fireball Halaster's face, burning the book in his hand and losing one of her own spell books. Then Halaster, or the apparition of Halaster, told us that Alice was a changeling, which she told us wasn't true, and then we got teleported back to the room with the sarcophagi. And then we continued east to the room. We continued east and found a webbed passage. South a room with 4 quaggots taking care of spider cocoons. And east a split passage. We followed the path south, and the quaggot invited us to meet the master. So we met some drawers in a kind of temple room. We met a female drow, which we later found out was Trissa. We talked with them. We tried to convince them that we were friends with Rizrael. She wasn't really impressed. She wasn't really impressed about the fact that we took care of what he was supposed to. And then we got bunked over the head by something and found ourselves in webs hanging from a ceiling. Guarded by some Grimlocks. We heard Halaster's voice again when we woke up, and it said, and our contestants finally awaken, newly wedded to the Spider Queen. Are they doomed to die during childbirth? Shall they escape? Your first mistake was losing. Your last will be not finding a cleric before tomorrow to rid you of this disease. We managed to escape the cocoons, not without taking a little bit of damage. And, well, we found ourselves, we managed to kill the Grimlocks. Alistair turned into one of the Grimlocks. Zoya used the Sky Self to turn into Trissa. And we're here at the moment, still where we finished last time, in the room where we were held prisoners. And Zoya knocked the door, demanding it to be opened. And, well, the door got opened. That's where we left last time.
Yes, also all our stuff is gone.
Oh yes, I forgot that to mention that. Yes, all our stuff is gone, everything.
Yep, that's right. So, anything to add from your side, guys?
I have 2 bone clubs.
Oh yeah, we each had one, and you took 2 because I couldn't really take one while looking like Trissa.
Yes. And the familiars are gone.
Yes, the familiars are gone. You don't know if they
My
are.
spells are gone.
Yep.
Crying inside. Fireball is gone.
But since we kind of discussed it in text earlier, like, do I still feel paranoid?
Yes, but slightly less than before.
Okay.
So the effect seems to wear off.
All right. Not that it makes it a lot better in the situation, because it probably would be like paranoid independently from that condition, but
Independently paranoid.
Okay, then where we left off is one of the biggest cliffhangers we ever encountered so far. So let me just sum it up. Zoya is staring at the face of a Quaggoth after hammering at the door while the others are trying to loot the Grimlocks in order to find at least some improvised weapons or something that can help them in order to escape from this miserable situation. Again, the rest of the room shows several cells, a door to the south, and next to Zoya, another door to the east. The yeast, yes. So, Zoya, you are in the form of Trissa so far, right now,
Yes.
and the Quaggoth is staring at you. What you want to do?
Okay. Good question. Get
Don't
out
tell
of
me
my-
you improvised this right now. You had a week to prepare.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better actually. Like, get out of my way.
Okay. Do me a deception check in this case, please.
Okay. I just need to quickly check something. Because well, I'll check it later. I'm gonna. Okay. My beyond 20 is not there anymore. I'm gonna check it later. I'm gonna roll like that.
Yeah, there was recently an update on the Beyond
That's
20.
a 20
so-
plus 9, 20. That's not 20 plus 9, it's 29.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. I think
Very
can-
deceptive.
I
That's
still
not
do
a
my
bad-
roll, but let's see. Oh boy. Wow. Good for you. Good for you that you had a net 20. Very good for you. He looks a bit puzzled, but then steps aside, kicking one of the troglodytes into his ass that he actually moves. And path seems to be free right now.
All right.
Alistair walks
Do I
back.
see anyone else? Do I see any of the drows or something?
No, but you see the giant spiders, troglodytes. The room is more or less like you left it. They are still
Okay.
working on other cocoons.
Well, I turn toward him again. As a, bring me the prisoners' items. They might have stolen something else aside from our family brooch.
Hmm.
Now.
He grumbles and disappears behind the next door
We're gonna
and
die.
moves away. Okay. He's out of sight for now. You have actually no idea if he's going to return or not.
Yeah.
And others, what about you?
Is this door open or closed?
This door to the east is closed.
No, this one here.
Ah, this one. Yeah, it's closed again now.
Is
Okay.
this one closed or locked?
You don't know. You need to check.
I do check.
It's locked.
Okay.
But it
Okay,
has a small little window on the upper side of the door
Yes.
with
can I
some
see
bars.
through?
Hmm.
What
turn-
do I see?
I turn towards Alistair. That looks like one of the Grimlogs.
Mhm.
You bring the prisoners that were in Cocoon out of here.
Yes, my lady, or whatever Grimlock speak as. Yes,
Before
my
you
lady.
follow the command, you look quickly through the window in the door, and you see a stunning elven maiden that lies in chains and tattered robes. As far as you can see, bloody lashes mar her back, and she looks to you with a tangle of suspicion and hope.
I nod at her. Then I walk here to my friends. Is the cell open with Yagwu inside?
Yes, it actually is. Yagwu is still in his cocoon, and that is probably the reason why he didn't join the fight last week. And still unconscious. He hasn't woken up yet.
Can I reach the rope of the cocoon with my bone club and like snap it so I can, I don't know, have him fall down or whatever?
No, the point where the cocoon is attached to the ceiling is far. Yeah, it's far away, and you can't really reach it. Not
Can
even
I
by
reach
jumping.
the cocoon itself?
The cocoon itself is reachable. Yes.
Can I like
I'm
cut
gonna-
the ropes or Orlin?
Yeah, I can firebolt it if you want.
I would try to catch it,
I'll,
but I think I'd die.
Well,
Cause he heavy, he chunky.
Can't you do a simple fire cantrip or something like that?
nope.
Oh no. All right. You just. Oh, okay. Okay, you
Okay, I
you
see how
set
it
the whole
is.
cocoon completely on fire, and Yagu, slowly coming back to our world, notices that everything around him is just fire,
What's happening?
and he is taking 5 points of damage and falling out of the cocoon right onto the floor, taking an additional 3 points of falling damage. So 8 damage.
Alisor.
I look at
Well-
Orlin. Yes.
Well, there was no other way. But what was going on over there
Eh?
with Zoya?
Where are we?
What happened?
What happened?
I shush to Yago. Shh. They opened the door for us.
Yago, you're a
Zoya.
bit puzzled that Orlin is standing there together with a very nasty and ugly creature, which is a Grimlock. Just for you, since you haven't had the time last time, I show you how a Grimlock actually looks like.
Oh. Okay.
Yagu, that's Alisor. Okay,
Uh,
we're in the capture of some drow. We're gonna have to flee.
uh,
Focus.
okay.
They opened the door for us. Zoya, she looks like the Drow princess woman. Act like prisoners. I will hurt you a bit, just a bit.
You already
go.
did.
I
Should
shove you
we-
out of the cell to the group, and I push you to the entrance here, walking behind you and making grumpy rumble noises.
Is it?
to-
Ow! Not so hard. Ah, God.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Through the rusty
I don't mean
bars
it.
of the next cell, you can see that there is a bugbear trapped behind that.
Should we free some people?
Move back there!
Okay, I
We
guess
don't
not.
have all day!
Go, Turtle Man.
Okay,
Move.
okay, don't rush me, I'm old.
I do not care.
If you want, you can move my token. My roll 20 right now is really, really slow.
Yeah, same, Roll 20 is
Yeah.
dying.
Okay, then I move you.
Yeah, mine as well.
We can all align in a formation and just have one person drag us.
Yeah. Feel free to do that.
I do the dragging.
Please don't drag my token because
Oh
I.
no. So there. Whoop.
Okay, so they can hear.
So where
Oops,
did
hold
you
on.
go, actually?
Bring them
Yeah,
in the room
she's
with the
up there.
sarcophagi.
Yeah, if you stop moving for a few seconds, then I can actually start to drag you somewhere.
Well, I dragged the guys. Sorry.
So okay, you want to go out, right, to the sarcophagi?
Yeah, bring them in the room with the sarcophagi. I will take care of them later.
All right. Okay, that seems to work unexpectedly. And then as you scream your commands to your group, the Quaggoth returns with a bag. Looks
Okay.
like real big bag, more like a flower bag than
Okay.
actual something that you had in your possession.
Yeah.
And he holds that in his hands and looks at you.
Give it to me.
You can grab the bag with no problems.
Okay.
So it is not really heavy. Feels like a couple of pounds actually.
All right. Get back taking care of the cocoons. Are you still standing around here? Did they tell you to stare at me?
He moves away, fearing that you could hurt him some way.
All right. So I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna close this door.
Okay.
I opened the bag. Is the bag of holding still in there?
What you see there is basically everything that you owned
Yeah.
that was not magical.
That was not magical.
Yes,
Okay.
it is basically the your undies, your
Wristwatch.
exchange undies that you had with you.
Does that
It is
mean
not
my
containing your
spellbooks?
backpacks. It is not containing any spell books. It is basically everything that has nothing to do with magic.
I
So
go back outside, and I
if there is any not magical armor, for example, that would also be in there.
okay. Okay, before I go outside, is my stud little leather armor is probably still there, so I'm gonna wear that. If I wear the arm, no, well, I still have the hat of disguise. I'm gonna wear the
Putting
armor.
on, I don't know if you ever tried that in real life. Putting on like such an armor takes some time.
Okay, I'm not gonna put that on. I'm gonna leave it in the bag. I'm gonna go get out. Leave the bag there. No, I'm gonna hold on to the bag. I'm gonna go back outside and call for the goddamn Quagmont again.
We found it after years of searching. The scroll of truth. Nyeh. Not my bag.
Okay. I'm gonna call for the Quagmont again. Is it this one here, or was it another one?
It is this one there. Yes, he's just moving
Are
again
you an
towards
idiot?
you.
I told you to bring me everything, not the rags.
This everything.
That's not everything.
I'm sorry, master. This everything. This is bag that you gave me to store.
Fark.
If I hold the bag and I turn invisible, right?
If you hold it, the bag will turn invisible as well. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and yeah, whatever. Go take care of the cocoons. Close the door again.
Yes, master.
And I approach the cell door. And I try to figure out who that. I ask her like who she is. Is she bound in there or just like behind
Chained.
bars? Chained. Okay. Who are you? What's your name?
She gets onto her feet and approaches the door as much as she can, as the chains allow her. And she whispers to you that her name is Marta. Marta Moonshadow.
Okay. I use this guy's self from the hat to turn back into myself for a moment. I'm not really her. How did you get down here? And then I use this guy's self to turn back into Trissa.
It's a long story, but I already told you.
Well, you didn't tell me. You
Ah,
probably
wait, you turned back into yourself,
turned
right?
it-
So
yes.
yeah. It's a very long story. Do you have time for that right now? I was captured.
Why were you captured? How did you get down here?
Well, if you really want to know right now,
A short version would be sufficient.
I was captured
I'd
on
like
the
to.
yes.
Okay, sorry. I'd like to message Zoya and
Yes.
ask her what's going on.
I'll be right there. I'm trying to get her out of here too.
Get her out quickly.
Yeah.
If someone comes there, you'll immediately be found out. Just get out.
Yeah. Don't worry about me. We'll figure it out. Okay.
Okay. She tells you that she was captured on the high seas by pirates
Okay.
and was taken to Skullport by those pirates, where she was auctioned off as a handmaid for Skull Island.
All right. So
But
you know
she
the
was
way-
abducted by the drow and brought here to be tortured.
All right. So you know the way to Skullport.
Yes, of course.
All right. Would you be able to help us if we get you out of here to find the way to Skullport?
Yeah, most definitely. If you get me out of here.
Can I make an insight check to see if she's
Sure.
being genuine?
He sounds like another porn star.
Fine.
Seems genuine to you. Yes, there
Okay,
is
I'm
no
gonna-
reason to doubt her story.
Rummage through the bag that I have and want to check if there's the teeth stools in there.
No.
Is there anything that I can use to like open up the?
You could. I think there is a dagger in there,
Okay.
so you could have a try with that, or I don't know, some hairpins that Orlin uses to organize her hair.
Okay, so I'm get what I
I
improvise
don't.
with what I have there and
Okay.
try to open the lock.
Okay, then roll me with disadvantage, please, since you're not using the proper tools.
Yes.
Like to say I have a bowl cut. Just for anyone who
Oh,
missed
yes.
that.
Shh, I had to make stuff up. Come on.
Zoya has it up too, okay?
Yeah, it's probably my bobby pins. It's fine. Anyway, 18.
Mm-hmm. Dum. Wait, where is it? Yeah, you actually managed to open the lock, so cell door can be opened now.
Okay, so I step in and I try to unlock her
The chains.
her chains. Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay.
Another
Another one with disadvantage again.
16.
Oh. Still enough. Yes. You
Okay.
seem to be incredibly good with those tools. Maybe you just should reconsider your choice of tools.
Yeah. Okay, just play along. So I'm back into Trista mode. Like, come with
okay.
me.
I see.
Come with me. So I have a grip on her shoulder. Open the door again, like with the bag to the side. Move
Mhm.
along. We don't have all day. And I push her towards
Yes.
the front of me.
Everybody that can understand you is moving aside.
Okay. Well,
And
yeah.
then while you enter the room, Marta starts screaming, the prisoners are escaping! Mistress, fast, come on! And she
Yeah.
runs through the door
Ah.
into the other room.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Good.
Then I cast Longstrider. And then I double dash the fuck out of there.
Oh, holy shit.
Okay.
All right, then I put you where the others are. That
Yes.
is easy while being invisible. It's
Um,
absolutely no issue. And you rejoined. Now you're back
Okay.
together there.
Okay, I'm still invisible at the moment. I'm gonna keep.
Yeah.
So, I approach Orlin because she's the closest one. I'm here, but they found out we escaped. I only got our non-magical items. We should get out of here.
Okay.
The rest of the
let's
group
run.
heard distant voices, screaming voices, so they're more or less aware, not really what happened, but that there was something loud going on.
All right, I would like to cast magic missile and make like. Oh, no, wait, I can only make one creature appear. I'm gonna make Zoya appear like here, just sort of, I don't know, back turned, standing here, and doing nothing. So they're like maybe distracted for a second. So
With magic missile?
no, silent image.
Ah,
Yeah, I was
heard-
confused too.
I
Sorry,
heard miss.
sorry. I probably said magic missile.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to make some.
so you're
real
putting up an
fancy magic
illusion of Zoya.
missiles. Yes, just
Okay.
yeah.
Easily done.
All right,
There you
Okay.
have a
let's
Zoya
let's go
illusion.
back.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Longstrider.
Resolution.
Oh, Longstrider holds up for an hour, so that's good. I tell
Let's-
yeah, leave the illusion there. I tell Olin, like, go ahead. We can keep and hide somewhere. Actually, no. Go back to the room with
let's
the
go back to
statue.
the.
Go back to the room with.
Yeah, let's
I'll follow
let's
you.
leave this level for now.
N-
Let's go.
I'll follow you guys. I want to try something. I want to see if I can get the rest of our items back.
Do you need any help? Do you want to wait until
no,
everyone has their spells back?
The thing is, like, I can keep the invisibility up for an hour.
They can
That should
still
give
hear
us.
you.
Yes,
They
I
smell
know.
their fear.
They can still hear me, but I can try to get in there again and see if we
Listen,
I
Zoya,
can
just
find our
because
things.
this worked, don't get overconfident, okay?
No, don't worry. Worst case, you get rid of me and that's it.
Well, good luck. Let's go, everyone.
We'll keep in touch through messages.
We'll be too far away.
Okay, well, if I come closer, we can keep up. If I don't come back within an hour, don't come looking for me. I will probably
Okay.
be giving babies birth to spider babies.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okay, I want to try and sneak back. So
While she's doing that, I'd like to take a short rest in the petrified people room, if that's possible. Or anywhere else that is like sort of safe. And I'll put up a Leonard's tiny hut
26.
around everyone.
Who
Mhm.
has the bag now?
I left the bag there. It's like I gave
I'd assume Orland.
And then,
yeah,
then
all
I,
in.
I
Yes.
grabbed it. I
But
grabbed it
I
as I'm
still have
strong.
the dagger that I had to open, the thing I had to open. Whoops. Yeah, I still have the dagger that I used to open the cell.
Okay.
Also, while that's happening, I'd like to ask Elisha if she can like cure us of whatever it is that we're infected with.
I would actually have to check that out. So let's just go to the to a safe space first, and then I will take a look at it, and then we decide what we do.
All
Right.
right.
Indeed, I can
yeah.
also help with that.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Oops. Oh, here they are. Found them.
What?
Yeah. While let's do the heroic moment for Zoya first, and then
Sure.
we can come back to your
Oh,
short
yeah,
rest
I'm
preparations.
I'm dashing, by the way, so.
Yeah. So you move down the hallway again, and you see 3 Drow and 2 Quaggoth that have their weapons drawn and start looking for the escaped prisoners. The Quaggoths are sniffing in the air and are trying to pick up a track.
Fuck.
Ugh. Why do I always the damn commands?
Yeah, I rolled 26 on stealth.
Okay.
26 or 25?
25
Still,
plus 24.
the 2 Quaggoths
Ah.
seem to sniff a bit more than they would usually do if there would be nothing in the air,
Okay.
and move around, while the Drow and the 3 Drow are blocking the hallway to the southeast and to the south.
Do you have the feeling that they are sniffing me out, that they're coming closer?
If you would stay there for longer, they would probably do that, yes.
Okay, I will head back here for now. Actually, no, I'm gonna, I'm slowly moving back. Because I want them
Okay.
to kind of pick up the scent.
They're still looking for the scent that they sniffed here in that corner. And they don't seem to follow you for now.
Okay, so I'm assuming there's like some kind of stone or something on the floor, right?
Yeah, some kind of rubble. It's easy.
Okay, so I kick some of the rubble around here. And
Okay.
then move back here.
The heads of the 2 Quaggoth turn and they rush forward, while the other Drow are following.
Okay, I move. No, wait.
And behind the Drow now, as you turn back,
yeah,
you see that one of the giant spiders is following the Drow as well.
Okay, so I wait for them to get out of. Whoops. I'm staying here around the corner and wait for them to get out.
Okay.
I can't really
Quaggoth
put
come
them on the
closer again.
square behind the corner, so.
Oops, I think I rolled more dice than I. Yeah, I have my whole screen full of dice. No.
Yeah, no, that's the closest I can. Yeah, it would be here.
Okay. This one there seems to know what he's actually doing and is trying to hit you with the spike bone club to the thin air.
Okay, I step back.
What is your current armor class?
13.
Okay. The club
What's
misses
my
you,
normal armor class?
and after they seen that they hit nothing but thin air, they start to look at the illusion that is there and are sniffing again.
I take out. Well, I have the dagger in my hand, so I cut a piece of the cloth I'm wearing, and I drop it here, like on this sarcophagi.
The illusion disappears when you hit it, right, Toad?
No, it just everything
You
goes
can
through
move
the
through it.
illusion. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, one of the Quaggoth tries to hit the illusion with its club and swings right through it. And you hear Drow in the back shouting something in Undercommon. That sounds pretty harsh.
Okay.
And the next Quaggoth is still following you.
Okay. I drop another piece of cloth somewhere here. And then rush over here.
Okay. The other Quaggoth is going back to its friend, and looks like he lost the track.
Okay. Okay, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna, well, just go over here to see what is coming for me.
So right now they're not doing anything, standing just there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Drow come out of the tunnel.
Okay. I'm gonna wait and see what they're doing.
They're shoving one of the Quaggoth through the illusion, and the other one down to the tunnels, and are looking at the piece of cloth that you dropped. So right now they
They are
don't really
standing
know
in my
where
way.
to go.
Okay, I pick up a stone from the floor and I throw it down here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. One of the Quaggoth seems to hear what happened and starts rushing down the hallway. While, oh my god, wait! I just accidentally clicked on one of my. Yeah, but one of the Drow shouts after him and says and yells something in Undercommon to him, and the Quaggoth immediately turns back.
Damn it.
And then the three Drow retreat down the hallway again.
They retreat. Okay. Um. This one was a cave that was like more like dwarven made, right?
No,
Not dwarven made. Like
the other
jungle
way
made,
around.
like some
Yeah,
earthy stuff, right?
Right.
So is there like, is it like stone or is it like earthy? Is there some earth around too?
Both.
Okay, so I take a couple of handfuls of earth, and I start rubbing it over my body to try and cover my smell with the earthy smell.
Okay. Good.
Roll around the body.
No, not around the body because that one is another kind of smell, and I don't want that on me. Yeah. Until I have a feeling, okay, I'm might not smell of it, and then I stealthily try to follow them. Do I need to roll stealth again?
Actually, yes. Do me another one.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, I'm not
Okay.
done yet. I'm not done yet. 23.
Okay. You sneak down the hallway, and you hear the clicking noises of a spider's mouthpiece
Okay.
that is blocking the entire hallway in front of you.
Does it?
There's no more sight of the drove so far.
Okay. Do I have a feeling that it like noticed me?
Not yet. Doesn't make any
So
movements
I
that would tell you so.
take one step back here. I pick up a stone from the floor and I throw it here.
Okay. The spider seems to notice the stone, but is not following it.
Okay. Do I have a feeling that I could pass somewhere like under the spider's legs or something?
Probably not. Not without touching it, at least. I mean, it is a large creature, but
Okay.
the belly of the spider reaches down to the floor.
All right. I throw another stone in the corner.
Okay. Spider still very unimpressed by your stone throwing.
Okay. Kind of sucks because I don't really got spells.
After you threw the stone, you see the glimpse of fire behind the spider. And there is a fireball flying directly at you,
Can I try roll away?
causing 26 damage if you don't uncanny dodge something
I do
or
uncanny dodge that.
do your saving throw.
I do uncanny dodge that.
Okay,
So it's 13 damage.
it's 13 damage. And your surroundings are on fire right now, including the spider that took also some damage. And in broken common, you hear, "You well done yet? Can we eat?"
Yeah, well, I run. I run for it. I guess that didn't work. I tried. I don't reply to the nice voice.
Okay, so you sneak out of the hallway, and you follow your friends.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll put you back on level 2 then.
If we decide to come back, we could have stayed there, or does it not take like too long?
Yeah,
to load
that
again?
depends on what you
Oh,
what you want to do on level 2. If there's just for
Yeah.
resting or if you want to do something else.
And I
So
just
that
seems
was a
mostly-
short expedition into level 3. Let me
It just
quickly.
seemed like the safer option compared
Probably,
to.
yeah. Very
All right.
much possible. All right, your tokens are still there. Please adjust your hit points accordingly if you still remember them. Otherwise, then you want to do long rest and short rest anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And
So,
Yagu
sorry,
needs
we're
to
doing a
go
short
there.
rest? Yeah.
So where do you want to do your short rest if you want to?
I think for now, like we said, we meet at the room in the room with the elves, so I guess we would be there.
Statue room again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put you down there then. There you go.
Sorry, just to recap for me, how did the Zoya expedition end?
Not good.
With a
died.
fireball in her face.
Is she dead?
Not joking. No, she's not dead, but she is medium rare.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I cast prestidigitation to get myself clean again, dropping invisibility. And I look a bit singed.
Still, the smell of burnt flesh is very prominent. Smells a bit like steak.
Does elven steak smell different than normal steak?
It's maybe just a bit. Yeah, considering the age of this specific elf, I would say it's a bit more. I don't know,
Ah.
chewy.
Okay, what? Go up, mine.
It's perfectly dry aged.
Blech.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and dry hanged apparently, all of you.
Yum.
Tasty.
Okay, so it seems that you for now escaped the danger, since nobody seemed to follow you. What do you want to do?
Did we take our short rest?
Not here.
I want to get my armor and stuff first because,
Yeah.
well, at least what's left.
Yep.
Give me
ups.
that one armor point.
By you saying everything non-magical, that includes equipment and gear and weapons, or just...
Yes.
All right.
So
So
if you look at your character sheet on Beyond Roll21 D&D Beyond, that's way around. You can basically put on and use everything that has no magical attributes. So there are no trinkets, no rings, no weapons, no armors that are magic. It's just the usual stuff.
Aw, man, my excuse is gone.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
About that. So what does count as magical? Like if you have like the green names that are uncommon, is that magical?
Yes, that is already considered magical.
Okay, so
What about the like wondrous items that don't have a color, like a veteran's cane? They have noticed my like ordinary cane.
They're not magical. They're common.
I mean,
common wondrous.
But
yeah,
it's still
I agree.
magical technically.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, look, what they
I mean,
did is actually they took your equipment, they casted the detect magic, and everything that was shining was taken away.
all right.
I feel
but
like
for
a
example,
cane that can turn into a sword would have probably lit up, but I'd like to have it.
I'm pretty sure you will still have it. It's not uncommon. It's still common, right?
Yeah.
No, wait. Does that mean they took my little pot too?
Yes.
No.
Oh no, my
baby.
cloak.
They took my baby. I have to go and stab them. Like that's not okay. I need to go get my baby shop.
You took my
Missing my
father's
staff.
family gift. My cool cloak.
Well, can we
Oh, they
all
actually
agree?
took all of my pots.
One after the other, please.
Can we all agree?
Go on, Todd.
First, do a long rest before we do anything else,
Yes.
and to first get rid of whatever they've infected us with.
Yes.
He said something about a cleric. So, Lasha?
Yes. Real quick, I'm very, very sorry. I'll come back to that real quick. But just for clarification, if you take a look at the chat, like for example, the scale mail, it just says that it's reinforced with adamantite, hardest substance in existence. And on the weapon, it actually says made with this magic weapon. So the weapon, of course, is magical. But what about the scale mail? It does
The
not
scale
have like
mail-
any magical.
The scale mail does not have any magical properties, but the material is rare and easily recognized by somebody who knows what it is.
Okay.
And is also
Right.
taken away.
All right then. Good. Okay, back to our spider problem. Guys, I really have no idea right now what they actually did to us, so I would have to examine someone that is willing to serve as kind of a guinea pig to see what's actually wrong with us.
Alistair steps forward and says, I'm more of a snake person than spiders, actually. He, I don't know, He stands in front of you and says,
So is that a yes or a no?
Yeah, that is a whatever. Just yes, that is a. You can use me as guinea pig.
All right. Yeah. Then I would like to do a medicine check.
All right,
Oh shit.
then do me. Nick,
I know.
Nick,
I didn't
Nick,
expect it to die.
fucking weep. Fucking weep. Really?
What?
What?
I know you don't have to stream open parallelly. I just saw his background and no.
It
It's
died on
really-
me
it's not
though.
safe.
That's the problem.
It's not
Is it
safe
the
for work.
tiefling? Is it
Yes.
the demon?
Yeah. All right, your medicine check. What you see on Alistor's body are very obvious marks of stuff that went through his skin. Small little punch holes. Actually, well done. It's not like that an animal took a bite of Alistor or something like that. That was well planned and clinically inserted into Alistor's body. And judging by the past events, you would say that you all got spider eggs implanted into your body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like do I know anything like about size or something? Like I mean, we don't know how long we were unconscious, so I don't know how long they
Right,
thrown
right.
and stuff like that.
The holes are pretty big. As I said, well done, but pretty big. So judging by the whole of that, do me a nature check, actually.
Nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably that the thing that will hatch there will probably be a very big spider.
Yum.
Okay. Do
And what you
I
know about spiders is that, I mean, a lot of spiders insert their eggs into living bodies. And while they hatch, most of the time that corresponding body does not survive this process and serves as first,
eaten from the inside?
first meal for the spider.
All right.
What you can't tell is how long this will take.
Okay. So where again were the marks? Like on our like backs, necks, or what was it?
Different positions actually. On Alistor, it's on the side of his belly.
Yum.
And if you check yourself, for example, you have it more towards your back. So and everybody has it on a different position.
I see. I see. Do I know or like would I see that we could like cut it out, or would I be proficient enough to perform such like operation or surgical operation?
Here's the thing: since most healing and everything else is done by magic and Farron, the classical surgeon is kind of missing. I mean, you have people that know about first aid and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, severe injuries are usually dealt with by a cleric like you. So no, you actually have no idea how to do this. Plus, you're missing the tools.
I have a dagger.
I have a dagger too.
Yeah. Have you ever seen an actual dagger that is good for fighting? How thick that blade is?
Mm.
I have a non-magical rapier.
No, it's far away from a scalpel or something like that. So you actually, yes, you're missing. I mean, you could try to do fine cuttings with the dagger or something like that, but you don't feel proficient enough to do that without doing more damage than it actually is there.
So
What if we burn it?
It's
No.
inside of us, so
Where
I
is it
don't
on
see
your
right now.
Alice would like to try to perform a medicine check to inspect this spider infection further, whether she can heal it with her own magic or not.
So
Would that be
does any of
possible?
you have like cure disease or something?
Cure disease is not there anymore.
It's also not a
That's
disease.
that's a spell that disappeared. But yes, please do me a check.
It's more like a tumor. You can't just like wish it away. I think you'd have to take it out somehow.
I mean, if we did have wish, we probably could, but
We don't have wish.
You can
power
you
level
can
we
wish
might
whatever
be
you
able-
want to, but if that wish would be fulfilled is another question. Your medicine check is not telling you more than Elisha found out at the end of the day. But since your knowledge about medicine and curing stuff also relies on magic, your best bet is to try it out.
Well, then she shall do so, using up 5 points of her lay on hands pool. Boop.
On herself?
No, on Alistair. On wherever
On
the
Alistair.
insert of the spider egg happened.
Okay. So you heal Alistair for 5 points.
Yes.
And the wounds close at that corresponding spot that you touch.
Thing is, it's you can also spend the 5 HP to cure the disease or poison, and I don't know if that's
Yeah,
So-
Well, you define it. Do you? I mean, you define how you lay on hands. Do you do the 5 points, or do you try to cure a disease, or
use the 5 points to try to cure the
okay?
the spider egg disease. However you wanna word it.
Okay, Alistair, you actually do feel better.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that to see whether there's any more pain coming from it, meaning that the spider egg hatching would be imminent. But you said you felt better, yes?
Nyla.
I'm sorry, I sat on my microphone, I muted myself, I was talking. Yes, I do feel better. Do I feel pregnant? Goddamn.
You as a male tiefling have no idea how pregnant actually feels like.
Do I feel spidery?
No,
Okay.
and the burning pain that runs through your veins is gone. So it seems to work
It
actually.
seems to have worked, Alice. Thank you, he says.
Of course.
He sits down.
All in the good name of curing our party. Next up, she waddles her way over to Elisha and performs the same, using up 5 HP from her lay on hands pool and doing the same from whatever the patch is.
How many times can you do that? Like,
I
is it enough for all of us? Or
should be, yes.
Ooh.
Should? I mean, you have a pool divided by 5. How many times can you do it?
Yes, exactly 5. Alice would have to leave herself out.
Okay, so you go through all 5 of your comrades, except you, and all of you start to feel better immediately. So that seems to work. Now, what about yourself?
Elisha.
Or do you? I mean, yeah. You could explain what you did.
Well, upon casting her very divine lay on hands magic, taught by her during her training as a paladin, she bolstered the metabolism and whatnot to attack everybody's infection, hoping that it was early enough to do so, and it seems it was, and she's currently pondering to herself what she could do to help herself. Sadly, anything
Okay.
like cure.
While you think about that, the remaining 5, please do me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. A con save.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Very constitutional.
Oh god.
Yeah.
All right. A few moments after you got the lay on hands from Alice, you start to feel really like you need to vomit right now, and the only one being able to keep it in is Elisha. The other four, Orlin, Zoya, Yagwu, and Alistair, vomit basically right where they're standing.
Ugh.
And while it's coming out, you see that there seems to be quite a big amount of eggs in your vomit that you just
Oh
threw out.
God.
So that means
Firebolt the
Elisha's
eggs.
eggs are still in there?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Because you didn't vomit them out.
I just want to make myself vomiting.
I mean, looking at four people in the same time vomit, just
Vomiting spider eggs, that is probably setting you off quite enough. Yeah, but please do me another constitution saving throw, please, in this case.
do me a vomit check.
The strong half-orc that you are just does not allow you to vomit in front of your friends.
Okay, wait. Can we all step out of the thing here, please?
The vomit. Can we
Yes.
petrify the vomit?
Yes, petrify and destroy the vomit.
Ugh.
Because I don't want those spiderlings sting.
The normal reaction would be burn it with
Yes.
fire.
Stand on
I
it
did
and
say-
like.
Well,
I
as
did
soon as
say I
Alice moves out
firebolted.
too.
So
Just-
Okay. Everybody is stepping out of range, and Orlin is casting a firebolt on those spider eggs.
Okay,
you.
so we let them burn for a while, and after the fire gets a little bit down, I touch the statue and say elf magic.
Okay.
And then I
Yeah,
step
you
on the
you
remainder.
petrify what was remaining after the firebolt.
I
So
step on those,
it
try to
turns
crush them.
into dust as you crunch it below your feet.
And just another quick question: after we have like actually the time to take out the stuff that was in the bag, right? Were the thief tools still in there?
The what?
The thief tools. Like I didn't really have the time to search for them during
No.
the.
No, they're not in there.
They're not magic.
Yeah, but they're useful, right?
They're thieves' tools.
The daggers are useful.
Yeah, but that's just, I mean, daggers. That is the stuff the streets are made of in Farron.
Well, guess I'm gonna have bobby pin dagger tools now.
Yeah, it worked, right? What do you complain about? What's your problem?
The other one were better.
So okay, now what is what about short resting, putting on equipment? What remains?
Oh, we want to
Well-
long rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we?
Ah, you want to long rest actually? Okay.
I mean, I was gonna like the plan was to short rest while Zoya was doing stuff. So I don't know if that went through.
Well,
Um,
Zoya would like to get a long rest because Zoya is like a little bit singed, burned, and
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
would have
enough
been,
time
like-
has passed.
It would have been in case you need help that we're like a little bit rested, but now we can just take a long rest, you know.
Yeah, Zoya's actions didn't take a full hour, so yeah, short rest, no.
Okay. Then let's go look for a safe spot and like take a long rest. Assuming we feel tired enough at this point.
Yes, all of you do. You actually do
Alright.
feel tired enough, and since still, I mean, you have. By the way, your watch is in the back.
Oh, what time does it
Okay.
show?
It looks like more than 12 hours have passed since you last looked at it.
All right, then I don't know how much time passed, except that it's like more than 12 hours.
we should go back to the bazaar.
Yeah, I
To
agree.
go to the room that we had there.
I
Mhm.
agree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't. Do we still have access to it, or did they kick
I
us
mean,
out?
I'm sure we can get access to it if we don't.
All right. Yeah,
I-
let's go.
Sure, we can fight a few goblins.
I put you there in a second. Let's just say that the path through there is mostly clear. you actually see some goblin patrols, but they friendly greet you since they recognize all of you. Look a bit puzzled since last time you looked way more flashier and not so burned up.
Did they take our coins too?
The bag of holding, honey.
No, my coin was not in the bag of holding. I had
Your coin. The group.
No,
Everybody else's
no,
coin was in
no,
the bag
no.
of holding.
I have no.
No.
We each have our
No.
own coins, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
the things that belong to the group was in the bag of holding.
Yeah, no coins in there.
No, I don't. I didn't just like try to save my own. No. It was set like from the start, like the stuff, like the ore and the other things we
Yeah,
found.
it's doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, there are no coins in that sack that you got back from
So we are all broke.
that
Yes.
creature. So yes, you're all broke.
Wrong.
Wait. Well, they let
Not
us
that
stay
it makes
there
a
for
big
broke?
difference compared to before, but yeah.
I had 326 in total in gold pieces.
Which is
like,
compared to your level, you're broke.
Yeah, but it's still better than nothing.
That's
You
true.
know, that's still 6 healing potions there.
Yeah, no, they're
And
also
a
gone.
bunch of rations or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the next issue. No rations, no healing potions.
Wait, did they leave my incense in there?
Anything that's non-magical or that wasn't of use.
Yeah, that's
So
still
come
in
on.
there. It's okay.
That's good.
A what?
The block of incense.
What is that?
Weihrauch.
The thing you need to get your familiar back.
Okay, so now let's put you back into the bazaar. Wait, I need
Back to the buzzer.
need to zoom out, otherwise it's not gonna work. Bazaar. Oh, again. I catch everybody? I think so. Put you there for a split second, and then I'll move you again. It's a big map. And you there. Did I miss anyone? No, just the familiars. Okay, let's put them up there as well. Okay.
Roll 20. Dying.
Yeah, I'm still on the old map. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
just lag or
You still on the old map?
yeah, like the
On
where
level
we-
3?
no, on level 2.
Uh-huh.
And-
Should
no, wait, you
update.
still yeah, no.
Should
Yeah,
update in a
I
second.
get it now. I understand. I'm dumb. Don't worry.
Okay, good. The bazaar looks busier than before. There are a lot of goblins running around with pieces of wood, and most of them rush out to the exit on the west. But
They look like-
otherwise, it's still there like you left it.
They don't look like they're like panicking or something.
No,
Yes.
no,
Okay.
no. Most of them carry tools, pieces of wood, and seem to be very busy.
Oh, I just realized we do not have any way to contact Trogdor again.
Also true, yes.
Oh, and another thing, the stone we had, the one we got from the bugbears, was it still in the bag? The one with the bloody handprint?
Yeah. The drow did not see any use to that, so they just left it in the back there.
Oh, that's good. That's something.
Okay.
Well,
So what you want to do?
do we see Yak anywhere?
Yak is at the end of the hallway, sitting on his throne.
Well, let's go ask him if we can stay here. Are you all gonna follow me?
Yeah, why not?
When I get to Yak, I'm gonna do like a really big bow and say, "Greetings, Yak, the Magnificent."
Greetings, my friends. You returned. What happened to
Barely.
you?
Well, We got captured, but it's okay now.
Ooh, captured? By who?
By the drow in the
Trissa.
next level. Yes.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. We heard about the drow. Yes, dangerous, dangerous people, dangerous people.
Yeah. Could we perhaps use your room to rest up a bit?
You want to rest?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He's yeah, he thinks about it shortly and then agrees. You can use the same room as you want. Yeah, feel free. Be our guest.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Great Yak. Unfortunately, we cannot repay you in any coin at this moment, but if you have any tasks for us, we'll be gladly
We will
of
think about
assistance.
something.
Thank you. And I go to the room.
All right, you're free to enter. That room apparently has not changed at all so far.
All right.
Maybe we should have made a deal with the beholder, not the drow.
Well,
I'm
we
gonna
haven't met the beholder.
I'm gonna kill that wizard.
Yup.
Oh
You
yes.
will be fucked.
Well, maybe
You
maybe
will
we can
not
steal
be-
his spell book, and then I'll have my spells back. But as it stands, I'm gonna just warn you now. I'm severely less useful than before. But let's think about that in the morning, and I put up my tiny hut.
Okay. So tiny hut is up, and you can finally now catch your breath and start your long rest.
All right.
All right.
Heck yeah, that means we got now our new spells if we can use it. That is a yes for me, haha.
All right.
Okay,
So
let's see what I'll prepare because it's gonna be complicated.
But
I
I can't use my rituals because I do not have my ritual book. My book of
Oh yeah, no, I
shivering.
can't actually prepare anything. I don't have any spell book.
Um,
um
just from the equipment stuff, like you said, potions were gone, of course.
Yes.
Harper's
Yes.
ring was gone. What about
Yes.
stuff like my holy symbol or
Your holy symbol is still there, since
right?
that is something that the drow also have absolutely no use for.
And it was
Golden pouches
attached to the
probably.
shield anyway, and the shield is non-magical, so I still have my shield.
Great.
Actually, yeah, like I can't actually do tiny hut either. I don't have my spell book, so I can't ritual cast.
okay, well we should be
Sure.
kind of safe for
Oh,
now.
yeah. Okay.
Pretty sure no
Um,
component pouches.
Yep. I got nothing.
Heck.
So
Big heck.
you said the block of instance was still there, so I would first recast Find Familiar, and
Mhm.
then take my long rest because I only need 4 hours.
Okay. Your owl
Yes.
is back there.
Just for your information, I cannot cast Find Familiar, Identify, and the two new things that I got because I do not have my Book of Ancient Secrets.
Yeah, I can't cast alarm, comprehend languages, tensors, floating disk, unseen servant, Loman's tiny hut. I can cast slow, magic missile, counter spell, web, phantasmal force, Tasha Sidious laughter, and silent image. That's my spells for the time being.
All right.
Okay.
Since we don't have like any rations, I in this long rest I will prepare create food and water.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know how this exactly works, but probably like we would use food for the long rest normally, right?
I'll be
Yes.
right back.
So, but I only have the spell prepared after my rest, so I could only create food after that.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Would that
You
be
can then use it as so-called breakfast.
all right?
Okay.
I
Don't forget
do-
your hit dice.
I still have some spider
Oh, we
webs
do long
from
rest.
like what we're doing, right? I can assume I have that. as a spell component.
There was more than enough spider web. Also, there's actually enough spider web around you since the goblins are not very good at cleaning.
All right.
Interesting.
I also have to
Interesting.
sleep.
Yes. I hate this.
Oh, I could technically not cast message either. Sorry about that.
You missing your focus?
I do not have a short piece of copper wire.
Usually also very easy to obtain.
Yes.
So
We'll be
if you just keep
going-
your eyes open, you might find something. Okay. Anything else you want to do during this long rest?
I want to check out if I actually can do something new, but I'm pretty sure I can't. I closed. I'm sorry, I closed the stuff. I have to rejoin because I poured water over my desk again.
Hi, hi.
Shut up. Not in the mood for hi. I do have my crossbow, probably, or do I not?
Yes, you do.
And I have one dagger. I have my cane, probably. That is. What do I need for that? Components? A piece of
Just
cork.
as a quick tip, since you don't know if you're gonna get your items back or not, don't erase them from your character sheets. Just unequip
no.
them.
Yeah. So like the attuned items, just unattune them, or?
Yes, for example, right.
Okay, wait a second. I have to clean up the mess.
Okay. While you're doing your long rest and taking care of your wounds and still trying to get those images out of your head of spider eggs being vomited out, would you like to discuss your next actions, your plan?
Well,
I
if
guess
we don't
so.
get our stuff back, I might as well just jump off a cliff right now because I will no longer be useful.
Well,
Same.
I would still love to get. I would also like to get my stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Although
sure
I can
we
still
will
stab them.
eventually.
Well,
Mm,
eventually isn't good
eventually-
enough.
but
I mean, there's the possibility that they've destroyed or sold our stuff by now.
Sold them to whom? And why?
I mean, they
bet
do have
there's a
access to
trading-
Skullport.
They're an entire
Fair.
civilization of drow down here. They probably have markets.
Mm.
Possible. Not unthinkable. Yeah, maybe.
Unfortunately, I do not have much to offer as it stands. I don't have much of any spells that could help us. I can cast some illusions if you want, but when it comes to stealth, yeah.
For my personal thing, I can do the Eldritch Blast, and I can do a few things that I can do once a long rest. And some simple spells that don't require a lot of or like weird components, but nothing after that. And I just have simple weapons like my quarterstaff or my dagger, but that's all.
You should check out the Goblin Bazaar as well to replenish our
We don't really have
components.
anything to pay them with, though.
That's right. I mean, we can give them our services. Maybe they'll let us do it like later.
Well, you're the one who wants to live here, so I'm sure you would give them services, but I would like not to stay here more than necessary.
Speaking of which, Alistair, Zoya, and Orlin, do me a Constitution saving throw again, please.
Okay. Also, do I still feel paranoid?
No, that seems to be gone now.
Okay. Good.
Ugh.
Okay. Orlin doesn't feel any different for now, but Alistair starts to feel like a connection to the dungeon right now. And also, whenever you try to focus on the weave, you feel a stinging pain behind your forehead. And Christy now sees the dungeon with the same eyes as Orlin does. And while still bad stuff is happening to you, everything looks a bit more appealing. And you actually could think about raising an orphanage for goblin children down here.
All right. Although, reconsidering it, there is a lot of lost children down here, so maybe we could offer some service to the goblins.
I'd rather not. Just say that I am above that. I would rather starve than
Yeah,
serve
you don't look
goblins.
like the orphanage type of person anyway. What do you think, Orlin? Should we have an orphanage down here?
If you like, I right now I just want my stuff back. And if my stuff is not coming back, then I have no choice because I will not be of any help during this quest.
All right, let's see what we can do to get them back so we can think about the orphanage.
Does anyone have a plan at all?
No.
I have no idea, especially because, like, if they took our stuff because it was valuable, then yeah, if they sold it off somewhere already, then we would have no money to get it back. And if they didn't, then we would probably have to like get it from them, which is also a little bit difficult in the state we are right now.
Also, do I still look like a Grimlock?
No.
Okay.
So I don't really have a clue on what to do right now.
Zoya, did you see anywhere where like our stuff could have been while you were in
No,
there?
I tried to get in there, but wait, what's the name of the spider nannies?
What?
Again,
Quaggoth.
Quaggoth, thank you. But the Quaggoth seemed to take on my scent, and so I didn't really manage to get back into the rooms or into the temple room where they took us out. So I don't know where they have our things. I'm assuming it's somewhere in the temple room because when I ordered the Quaggoth to get our items and he got the non-magical ones, he got them from the temple room somewhere.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean,
And
we
you're
could try to just venture the other way that we haven't gone in level 3, but I do not know how good of an idea that is without any equipment and possibility that there are drows everywhere.
Well, the thing is, we do have our partial equipment back. It's just the less useful non-magical variants thereof.
I'm talking about the spells mostly here.
yes. I might as well be naked right now.
Buffs, quickly, could I use 5 HP on my Lay of Hands pool to heal myself?
You just had a long rest, didn't you?
Yes. But
Yeah,
that
but the
doesn't
spider
mean
eggs
that
are
the
still in
spider
there.
eggs are
Thingy.
gone.
Oh, sorry, you didn't use
Could you-
them yourself yet?
No, I only had 5. Enough for 5
Oh.
people, that is.
Oh,
Please
sorry.
just move a little bit to the side.
Yeah.
Just if you have to vomit.
Yeah.
Yes, in this case, yes, please. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do
Alright.
that.
Alice does so, having 20 remaining HP points, and they're all Constitution, or?
Yes, exactly. A few minutes later, then you feel that your stomach is going bad, and do me a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw, yes sir.
Luscious is gonna have a big poop next time instead of vomiting.
Okay. Oh god.
Crawling in my skin!
Okay, you did not manage to keep it in.
Yeah.
So the same happens to you. and there is a very disgusting vomit stain now on the floor with a lot of spider eggs. Quite
I
big
use-
ones, actually. Some of the biggest ones are as big as, let's say, like
Tennis
chicken
ball.
eggs.
Ew.
Yeah, tennis balls. Tennis balls would actually be very difficult to vomit them out. But yeah, let's say like chicken eggs.
I use prestidigitation to clean it away.
Thank you kindly.
Very nice of you.
It looks
Okay, well,
disgusting.
back
Okay,
to
who
the
has the highest intelligence?
Talking about
16,
stat or
I have a 13.
same.
16.
10.
Okay.
13.
I would
Anyone
say
higher
16
than
is.
the wizard?
Yeah, I guess so. 16 is probably the highest. Okay, then do me. History is going on intelligence or on wisdom?
Intelligence.
Intelligent.
Yeah, then do me a history. All right. You remember that the Legion of Azrock that was on the bazaar a few days ago and took copper with him mentioned something like a different way down to level 3 that they are taking that is not leading you directly into Drow territory.
Yeah, I don't really care about
And
that because I
now
need to go into
those
the
people
Drow
might be, yeah, those people might be allies in your upcoming quest for your gear.
I mean, there might be another way into level 3, but like the bugbears mentioned it, didn't they?
Yep.
Well, yes, but the bugbears
Yes,
don't know
I'm
that we are
saying that to
technically
the
at war
players.
with them.
Well, we are not at war with them. We just were not
Well,
really
yes.
taking sides.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
we can like sell it really well that like we were not in league with the Drow right now. Like,
Of course not. They
Oh, there's
attacked
probably
us.
no need to sell it. That is clearly visible. I mean, okay, your wounds are healed, but everything else is probably not even requiring any roll in order to convince them that you ran into a trap.
yeah.
So, do
So-
you share your thoughts with the group?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
God. Yeah, so does anyone have any opinions? We
No.
could try to
Yeah,
ally,
well,
like help, get some help or something. I don't know.
I mean, maybe we could recruit some of them or have them help us get rid of the Drows in the 3rd level.
I mean, unless they're like already planning to raid the camp, I'm not sure a lot of them are gonna be like, yeah, you strangers, we're gonna help you find your gear and like possibly die.
No, we don't have to tell them that it's because of our gear. We just tell them we found that they have
You
some kind of
still,
camp there.
while talking about it, you still remember that the whole recruiting from the Legion of Azrock was to find more people fighting the Drow down on level 3. The captain actually mentioned that. So
Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably take ages, but maybe they're gonna like plan a strike eventually.
Well, let's see if we can find them.
Okay.
I think it's our best. It's our safest option if we have someone else fighting with us.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we got bunked over our head, and we still had all our equipment, and now we have next to nothing with us.
Yeah, I'm keenly aware.
stop mentioning it. It's hurting.
I'm sorry, you've just deleted my character.
I didn't do anything. I didn't tell you to wander directly, open-handedly into a Drow hideout. That was not me. That is
Yeah,
completely on you.
Well,
Right,
Y'all could have
Alistair?
stopped me. Y'all could have stopped me.
I told you it wasn't safe, and then you all went in and
okay,
then they
no
all know you
fighting.
went in.
Just stop, okay? Just stop. It's fine. Nobody's at fault. We all went in together.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna. Is it morning yet?
Yes.
I'm gonna reset my clock and I'm gonna go to the Goblin Bazaar. If anyone wants to come with me, I'm gonna look for some spell components.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe Snuggle is there again and we can figure something out.
Okay,
Oh,
which...
yeah, sorry about the money. So we just like reset our money in the inventory, or
Yeah,
I would
don't-
I would
I
leave it. I would leave it for the moment.
yeah.
in case
Leave
we
it for
have,
now.
like-
Maybe you find something. Yeah, it's.
Okay.
I mean, at least the group money. That probably is
well,
in the
group
bag of
mon-
holding.
Yeah, but I mean, if we end up finding all of her stuff, then we know who had what, which makes it a bit easier. And if we don't, we can still like delete these.
All right.
While you're walking out into the bazaar, a goblin and the bugbear approaches you, and the goblin whispers to you. In this case, Elisha, since they remember that you speak goblin. Have you had any chance to take care of the curse? Do you have a plan?
I reply, we ran into some unexpected difficulties and we lost a lot of our stuff. So I'm very, very sorry we weren't able to do anything about the curse yet. So we need to stock up again and then see what we actually can do. In Goblin, of course.
Okay, you are at bazaar. You can stock up here. My cousin's friend, his neighbor owns a store here. Sells rations and backpacks and adventuring gear.
The thing is that we lost our money, our funds. So yeah, that's gonna be a big problem. Like, do you see that you could like have a good word for us, or chip in a good word for us, and that we could maybe like help him out somehow when he could provide us with something?
If you promise that you help with the curse.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay. The goblin runs away to the store down here and said, "Come,
brother's cousin's neighbor.
Yeah.
All right. I just before we move, I like in a low voice, I just tell you guys that we will check out that store, that maybe they could help us out, but in exchange, we probably have to take care of Yek's curse.
Oh yes, fine by me. I can maybe just mage hand his tiara off or something. If you want to be that obvious. But
yeah, we'll just have to figure something out, I guess.
I mean, if
Wait
we want
for him to fall asleep.
If we want to use Mage, and I think the invisible one I have would be more useful.
Good point.
Definitely. So I think
right.
we should be able
Yeah,
to
let's check it out.
find something out then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you follow the goblins?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, they're down here, those ones. Come. Uncle has stuff. Lot of stuff. Good stuff.
Wasn't it the cousin? Sorry, I didn't hear that, so...
Yeah, it was
Uncle
like
doesn't
He's
work.
probably
neighbor.
changing it every time he speaks. Next time it's gonna be his dad or something. So, what do you need? What do you need? You look at the store, and what you see is basic, very basic everyday items that you could actually use to compose an adventuring gear, backpacks, and he also has some stocked rations there. They don't look very nice, but they would probably do the job. So it's goblin food, so they take whatever they find.
Do they have thief tools?
They had what?
Thieves' tools.
Ah, thieves' tools. Yes. That would also be possible.
All right.
I talked to Auntie. Auntie says you can have the stuff if you actually free him from his curse.
So free auntie or free yak? Or
No.
is he talking back
Yak.
in
No,
common now? Or...
my brother is not cursed.
Okay, good.
Yak is
Well,
cursed.
you never know.
Okay. Do you by any chance have any molasses, tiny tarts, and copper wire, and maybe a feather?
You're asking for junk.
Yes, I suppose I am.
He looks around him, and there is a pile of what they would consider junk on the floor. Yeah, please look. There is a lot of junk. And while you look through the pile of random stuff, you manage to find those things. They don't see any value in them.
Great, thank you.
Nice.
Okay, Alistair, do you want to come look as well? There's maybe some spell components in there.
Yes. Alistair will also rummage through the stuff.
Do they have
And
perhaps
I would
anything
do the same.
resembling-
What kind of components do you need? There is not like the claw of a raven or the eye of a toad or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not in there. So
I still have a few eyes and stuff from the bugbear and a few feathers, if they were in the bag.
if they're not rotten by now, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, the
Oh,
eye maybe,
feathers.
but the claws and the feathers are not. So, like,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they do not have a pickled octopus tentacle. Do they have a small straight piece of iron?
I need that too.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
easy.
cool. That means a hold person.
Yes.
Elisha, you still have your casting focus is your holy symbol, right?
That's correct. But
So you don't need the components there as long as they're not like really expensive stuff.
Okay, so only when it's like with the cost or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right, I
Unless
guess
you
Thanks.
were like smart enough to pick the component pouch and character creation. But you didn't because you're a cleric, but that's what I did, that's the joke.
Yeah.
Could have avoided all of this, but I didn't because,
I also get some of the junk out there.
Do they
Yeah,
have?
I need some fleece and some copper wire.
Yeah, that's easy to find there.
Do
That's
they have a cup of water?
they
Just a
do,
wa-
but not in the junk. A cup
Oh,
of
yeah.
water is I mean, Elisha just literally created food and water
Oh
after
yeah,
your
so
long
I
rest,
don't need that, but just want to ask.
right?
anything resembling a quarterstaff, perhaps?
I have a quarterstaff.
Ooh, can I
Not
borrow?
not at this merchant, but there are pieces of wood that you could actually use as an improvised quarterstaff.
You
It's
could have
not
mine, I
balanced
don't
and
use
stuff,
it.
so
I would
also
lend it
have
to you
one.
actually.
And we
If you have
still
no
have
use for it, Alistair, it will be much appreciated.
the clubs that we got from.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
yeah, those clubs. I mean, yeah, the clubs are fine, but they're just one step above an improvised weapon. They're
Yep.
very basic.
Do they have a piece of cork?
Mm, yeah.
Look, junk
Cool.
pile.
Making a list.
Okay.
Then that.
While you are
Pretty sure
looking
they have a
through
copper
all of
piece.
this junk, you hear a rumble behind you, and you see two goblins rolling a big keg right through the bazaar
Mhm.
and leave to the western exit. They came from the south.
Okay. Pretty sure they do have a copper piece, something of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I turned to the goblin that brought us down here. And I ask him in Goblin, so what's up with that keg? Is there like a party going on, or you celebrating?
He smiles at you and his pointy and sharp teeth become visible. We see other rooms now unoccupied. We occupy rooms. We set up Goblin Tavern.
Nice.
You can go see if you want to.
Which rooms? The one with the
It's
kitchen, or?
yes, where kitchen is. Kitchen and nice bedroom. Yek is now using bedroom.
I see. Okay. All right. We will go there and check it out after
Okay,
work.
last question. Do they have a bit of fleece?
Yes.
Nice. So that I can use most of my spells that are not rituals. That is great.
What's your spell focus? Fu.
Opponent pouch. Oh, my spell. You mean the stat that thingamabongers from, or?
No, you usually have a focus that you can use instead of a component.
Well, I don't have one. I had a pouch.
Yep, you can pick as a spellcaster.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Then, yeah.
Yeah, you have as a hexblade. You can have your packed weapon as a spell focus.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Spell focus can be mostly anything.
Alistair turns to Elisha and asks her, oh, where is Elisha?
right below you, I think.
Oh, hot damn! He asks her, there is a time that I may be in need of a holy symbol. I have lost mine. In case of an accident or a great need, would you be able to lend me yours?
Of course, but it is usually attached to my shield, so
Well,
it depends on what time you would actually need it.
it would be in fight. It is for the word of radiance that I can use. So I guess in the fight I could just touch your shield and then cast it when we are close enough together.
That should be possible, if I understand it correctly.
I guess, perhaps.
It's just feel free to do that.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then you got rations for 2 days per person.
Mhm.
Backpack. The spell components that you mentioned already in your inventory, I guess. And if you want to, you can also have an adventuring gear.
What
if you
about
actually
water
need that.
skins?
Yeah, that's together with the rations. You can have water skins as well. They
Okay.
smell funny, but they do the job.
Adventuring gear would be what?
Pythons,
Adventuring,
like that, right?
it's rope,
No, that's
yeah, hooks and yeah, stuff that you might need from
I
time
guess,
to time.
yeah. Would be
so
good.
we
I mean,
didn't.
rope
So
is
we didn't
always
get
handy,
that
right?
back?
So basically, the adventuring packs that we already had were not in the bag. Obviously.
No.
Okay. Then I'd like to get one.
Wait, so what?
Yeah, me
Same.
too then.
So we also don't have like our ball bearings and stuff like that.
Oh no, ball bearings. That's where's that from?
I bought those like specifically.
Oh no, they're there. Ball bearings are there. Just
I'm
they
over it
Fine
again.
from them.
they took whatever they could use, like ropes, for example. If you have had any ropes before, then those are gone, since rope is something that you always
I
can
had two.
use for something.
This is like very unclear, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Also, then I will now hand Yagu my quarterstaff and just, I don't know, patch the, I don't know, I'm not gonna keep the bone club thing. I'm just gonna use my dagger from now on. But as I hand you the quarterstaff, I'd say, if we find yours again, or another one, I'd be glad to have this one back, or the other one.
Yes, of course. Do not worry. I treat quarterstaffs with respect, as they should be.
Thank you. You are a good turtle.
I think he's a tortoise.
I don't
Turtle.
care. What was?
All right, then. Anything else that you would need?
I will live.
I mean, I was just thinking about like, what about like basic armor or something? Because right now I don't have like anything.
I have leather armor.
Uh, just my shield, of course, but
Well, there is an armorer. Not that specific goblin, but there is an armorer. And the last time you checked the prices, they were actually very high.
yeah.
But I mean, armor is in stock, like leather armor and even a plate armor. Alice checked last time, but they are extremely expensive. So right now, I don't think that the goblins would actually lend that to you.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess we have to go on without.
Well, good luck to us.
Okay. So the goblin and the bugbear look at you, and now will you lift the curse?
We'll do our best.
We are making a plan. Be sure.
Okay. The two goblins and the bugbear look at each other, and everybody nods and seems to be happy. Then please do so.
Good.
I just real quick, I still have remove curse
Yes.
prepared. So if someone
Um,
can bring me the item or that crown, I can instantly remove the curse from it.
My do you want to say something?
Do all the goblins here want the curse removed? I ask the goblin.
Yes, yes. Yek is cursed. Yek is acting strange. Yek wants to be somebody else. He's not like that.
So if we walked up to him, would anyone stop us? Question mark.
Not us. Not us. Some bugbears that recently joined us maybe just protect him for before he gets killed, but that is just because Yek is paying them.
Mhm. Well, I guess sure the people to come a bit closer to me and say, well, I think we could wait for him to fall asleep actually, and then maybe just try to steal it off his head. Then he would maybe not notice.
Perhaps that's an option.
When I asked the goblin, like, when does Yak normally go to sleep? What's his like schedule,
Or does he?
or does he even sleep?
Yes, of course he does. eh, eh. The goblin has visible problems understanding the concept of a schedule. I
When
guess
did
he
Yak
goes
last
to
sleep?
sleep when he's tired. Was long time ago. Not sure. I don't know. But was long time ago.
So then he'd probably fall tired soon if he had his last rest long ago.
Well,
We could
maybe.
we could invite him to the tavern and drink with him, make him drunk.
Yes.
For like as a thanks for helping us and giving us the room.
Tavern, yes, tavern. Go to tavern. Go to tavern. Good idea. We have dwarven ale.
Oh.
So what? Do we invite Yak to the tavern?
It is an option. The thing is just, if we invite him, we'd have to buy beer or ale, which is something that we do not have, and I do not think that the tavern goblins will just give that away.
Don't worry. I speak to my uncle's cousin's neighbor, and then you get ale there. That is easy done.
That would be very good. We are grateful for your
If
help.
that is planned, then we support plan.
Okay, is that the plan, guys? He looks to the friends.
I don't know. Will Yek follow us there?
Well, Jack never says no to drink.
Okay then. I guess that's plan.
Yeah.
Right. Let me quickly inform my sister's cousin. And he runs off. Very fast. Very excited. And disappears through the western exit.
So what's the plan? Just get Yek to drink a lot, and then
Steal the crown out of his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just try to get him drunk and then get his crown off, and I will remove the curse, or maybe I can even do it while he's still wearing it. So yeah, I think we have to improvise on that part.
I'm sure it'll work out. Not.
Our plans always work out.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Any objections or anything you want to add?
Best plan we have for the moment.
The only one.
Yeah. Yes.
And also staying a bit longer here and go into a tavern sounds like a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I can find some sponsors for the orphanage here.
For the what?
For the orphanage.
She wants to capture children. She wants to capture children down here.
What was that sound?
For the goblin children and the bugbear children that don't have. Oh, and especially for the drow children, because like no one wants them to grow up with those kind of parents. Yeah.
I think they want
I mean, you heard what Trista said about the 2 little girls we have in our orphanage up above,
Yago gives
right?
out a small resigned sigh. It just doesn't even.
Why the fuck are we traveling with old ladies that want to live down here?
Alrighty.
So then I guess you approach Yek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the most charming of us?
Me, probably.
Not me.
Me or Zoya, probably.
Yeah,
Me neither. So. Because then I would suggest that those
would that be
charming
persuasion?
personalities.
That would be more like persuasion, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Persuasion or deception?
No, persuasion.
Persuasion, right?
Oh, we are going to.
Yeah. Deception is literally lying.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's go.
All right. So you stand again in front of Yek. He actually looks a bit tired since he is still in the same position there and did probably not move a lot since your last rest.
When did he get so chunky?
Just made him chunky that he so that he can be distinguished by the rest.
Well, we can try.
He's actually not that large. Yeah, the token is. I mean, if I make it smaller, then he's not probably sitting on the throne. It's a bit weird. Anyway, my friends, I see you restocked.
Yes, we did. And we wanted to ask if he would come by for an ale to drink with us. As a thank you for your kind offerings to us.
So you heard about our new tavern?
We did. Yeah. We are very happy to see that you are having fun and expanding the market and your surroundings.
Oh, you speak soft words to Yek. Yek likes that.
Should I roll for persuasion or something?
Yeah, do. Come on. Yeah, just roll it.
We would love your company there. Can I help her? Then she can have it.
Yeah. I mean, since you are a bunch of people.
Okay, let's do that again.
Yeah, you have advantage. Not helping.
Well, or not.
You know what? I've been sitting here for hours. That I think I can use drink. Yes. Let's do the drinking.
Mighty fine.
And he steps down from his throne and
Ground shakes.
looks back to his two bugbear guards and says, "You can stay here. Please guard the throne."
It's a pretty throne. We wouldn't want someone to steal it. That's good.
Oh.
Also
thinking.
very heavy, very difficult
Yeah.
to steal.
Yeah, I know, but that's still good
You
thinking.
never
yeah.
know these days.
Life finds a way.
Okay. He
Yeah, we're
accompanies you
actually-
to down to the western exit. And wait, I put the other 4 directly there. There you go. Oh, just 1 token, please. There. And I
Oh,
put
wait.
you down there as well.
Wait.
So,
I'm missing my owl.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm missing my owl.
Same.
Where's my?
okay, so you go down there to and you remember the room. That was the room with the well and the dead goblin body. And to the southwest, you remember that there was the kitchen and the nice little bedroom that you found there together with
Here she
um,
is.
there you go. So what the goblins have been doing there, they started to set up tables and stools together with a knife throwing board, and some of them are still setting up stuff, and others are sitting at the tables, while some others try their best to play some kind of music. It's not working out very well, but at least it is something. And the goblins seem to try their best to actually set up a living tavern down here. So, how do you like our tavern?
It looks very cozy. I like it.
It looks really nice. Would you mind me playing some music here too?
Yes, I just wanted to ask you, Zoya. You could help those goblins a bit and make it even more comfy and cozy here.
You don't like goblin music?
No,
We
no,
do.
Perfect, but I got this lovely bone pipes from Snuggles out there, so I thought I might.
Oh, Snuggles. Yes, Snuggles always have the nice stuff, right? Snuggles has good stuff.
Amazing,
Oh well,
amazing.
then if you got that from Snuggles, then please play a song.
Okay. I'm gonna play a song.
I'm gonna play a song.
Okay, wait. I still have 1d4.
Doesn't actually matter. The worst that you can do is still better than what the goblins are doing.
But still, it matters, okay?
Okay,
50.
so you try to find the non-existent rhythm from the goblins and tuning in into the song. You make it. You definitely make it better, but still, while the goblins are playing, it still sounds off. Anyhow, one of the goblins approaches the table and asks you if you would have some ale or food.
I would like me some of that great ale you seem to have.
Ah, yes, we have great dwarven ale. Cured here for, I don't know, long time.
In that case, we would take
Yeah,
an
like
ale.
hit me with the strongest stuff you have.
Ooh, you want the goblin poison?
wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Is that a drink or actual poison?
You don't know?
I don't care. Give it to me.
Okay. But the rest wants ale, right?
Yes.
Yes, thank you kindly.
Okay. So the goblin disappears, goes back there to where you encountered the kitchen. Comes back after a short while and brings 6 ales and 1 mug with unidentifiable green thing in it. Looks not like actually drinkable liquid. It's very thick in its consistence.
Mhm.
And the smell is really something. It smells like rotten snails mixed with some peppers and
How do rotten snails spell?
very bad.
Okay.
Well, is it alcoholic?
You know
Eh,
that
yes, it's making you very funny.
So
I'm
steep.
gonna.
you know the feeling of throwing up spider eggs probably gets close to that.
I'm gonna like hold my nose and then like just chug it.
Okay. Then do me one Constitution saving throw, please.
Hell yeah.
Okay, the brave wizard is actually not even able to bring that stuff down. You take a sip, and you immediately start coughing because it is very spicy and extremely strong alcohol. Judging by the stuff that you experimented with in wizard school, you would actually say this is very close to be pure alcohol mixed with something.
Ugh, I'm
It
getting
is
old.
pure poison.
Getting
Perhaps-
old. I used to be able to drink stuff like that, no problem.
Perhaps Yek
Ugh,
Yek
give
would
me an
like some of
ale.
it? Perhaps
Ah,
Yek wants some of it?
you try the good stuff, huh? Huh? You try the goblin stuff. Not bad, not bad. I like you, old lady.
Thank you. You know, if it was a little spicier, I think it would be better.
Eh, let me show
Oh,
you
and-
how it's done.
A little more spice, you say? Oh no! Is my pound of spice still there?
Yeah, you found it.
Yay!
Everything's fine again. We're safe.
Okay, Yak grabs your mug and chucks it down in one go, and then holds his breath for a split second, takes one of the candles from the desk, and breathes right into the flame, and a small little fireball bursts from the flame,
What?
lighting
I-
up the whole scenery.
I
This is
clap
how it's
really
done.
loudly. This is
Wow.
I
amazing.
clap. I
We
clap and
applaud.
I am very excited about this display of fire magic.
You should make this like an act here. People would like come from all over to see you do that.
Yes, but we don't have many visitors lately. I don't know. Do you know what happened?
Ah, did you have more visitors in?
Yes. Usually in the
Hmm.
past we had more visitors, way more visitors. Enough visitors to put up a bazaar.
Yes.
Oh,
The entrance
yeah.
to this wonderful dungeon has been closed off by some mad old lunatic, and we are at the moment trying to solve that problem. And if we accomplish that, I'm sure there will be more than enough customers again for your bazaar and for your new wonderful tavern.
He looks a bit puzzled, like he didn't even know that there is an entrance to this whole thing. So, no new adventurers like you?
No.
Not at the moment, but they will come back, I assure you.
Okay. They need to come back. We don't have other customers.
Do not worry. It is only a matter of days.
Matter of days. I
just-
see.
I exaggerate and he talks too much and now he's in quite a shitty position. He looks at you desperate to someone take over the conversation.
So
Nobody's doing
you want to try again with the poison?
No, just give me an ale. It's fine. I'm
Okay.
too weak.
He
sorry.
claps into his hands, and one of the goblins rushes to him. Yes, Yek the Great. How can I help? Bring this lady an ale. It's on mine. It's on my tap. Bring this lady one of the finest ales. And he bows and rushes away and comes back very short with a mug full of ale for you.
Thank you so much. And I just gulp it down in one shot.
Yek again laughs. He really seems to like you. You know what? If you would be younger and a bit smaller, then we would actually make a great couple.
I agree. If you were a little bit more green, you know, I like the green people.
You like green people? He looks at Elisha.
I also look at Elisha and go, well, you know, I mean, she's a little too young, but like, you know, in general.
You need to mention again, Yek is really a beauty of a man. It's actually too
Well,
good to be true.
Orlin has very specific taste.
Yeah.
Okay, Yek himself drinks now on his ale.
Do you want another one, Yak?
Ah, yes, sure. You're paying?
Yeah.
I don't have any money. I'm so sorry.
No, we
The drought
we
took
pay. We
everything
pay.
from us.
We're
The
paying.
neighbor of
We're
the other
paying.
one's cousin's father, whatever, would take
Oh
care
yeah,
of
okay.
that.
Well, yeah. It's on me. Never mind, Yak. Just let's both take another one. You know?
Ah, then have big feast. Bring the finest spider legs roasted in sugar, and bring more ale.
Oh, that
And the
sounds
goblins
fantastic.
starts to get really messy and are rushing from one corner to the other. Everybody is more or less stumbling up over their own feet while trying to set up a feast in this short time and without any notice. And another additional mug of ale, and a few minutes later, a smell starts to rise from the kitchen. And they bring you roasted spider legs, more ale, plus actually some bread.
Well, what better way to celebrate not being turned into spider food than eat some spider legs? And I chomp into one.
It's very well roasted.
Oh.
But Yex looks at you a bit in disgust. Have you ever eaten spider before?
No, but it's quite tasty actually.
You're not supposed to eat the shell.
Well, I've eaten worse, you know. It's quite crunchy.
Yek
It's
grabs
actually-
a leg for his own and starts sucking on one of the joints and is sucking the meat of the spider out of the leg.
I'm just gonna keep
Alistair,
crunching on the spider.
Okay.
Alistair takes
It's a bit
spider
pointy
legs.
and sometimes you have like sharp edges on it, but since you're used to eating plates, it's probably no big deal.
I just wanted to say.
Yeah. Alistair would like to take also a spider leg and suck the liquid out of it with all force that he has. After he has emptied the spider, he holds it up on his head and shows, "Look, I've grown an additional horn!" Looks at Jack and does a weird, funny face.
Did they actually serve the spider legs on plates?
Yes, wooden plates.
Is Olin getting a plate?
I'm happy with the spider legs right now, you know?
It's probably just
Okay.
about the crunch. It's not about the plate itself, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. You know,
So, as you start to get to the spider meat, actually, you found it that it's quite enjoyable. Missing a bit salt and maybe other spices, but that could actually be something that people can enjoy. It's surprisingly good.
Well, if the entrance opens again, we should introduce this to people.
Yeah.
We got that recipe from a tavern in Skullport.
Oh.
Once Bugbear came and told us that very good restaurant is down there in that sounded a bit weird and I don't believe it, but it's in the shell of a huge worm. Can you believe that?
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
That
it's
must be a
probably
huge
nonsense.
worm.
But they told us that they are doing roasted spider legs down there.
Well, I'm sure yours are better.
Well, of course, they are goblin made.
Well, maybe we can put up a different restaurant here and get customers from Skullport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be a
we'll spread
great
the word.
idea.
I have actually no idea why so few people venture up from Skullport to us.
Do you have a name for this tavern?
No, he didn't mention, but it is inside of a giant worm. That's all what
No,
he
no, no.
said.
This one here, your tavern.
Our tavern. It's the Goblin Tavern.
All right. Let's spread the word.
We will. Alistair glimpses over at Yek. Can I check how drunk he seems? Or
Well, judging by the type of conversation and the openness he's communicating right now, you would say that he's pretty drunk, yes?
okay. But not on the verge of falling asleep or vomiting over the table drunk.
Hard to say.
Okay.
Since he's seated, it's always hard to say how drunk people actually are while they're seated.
Okay.
True.
But his face is getting a bit redder than usual.
Rosy cheeks.
So you would say yes, yeah.
I glance over at Orlin and Elisha just to have them notify.
Great immersion, by the way, that you are crunching on stuff while sitting in a tavern.
Yes, I'm eating pistachios.
Toad is eating something as well.
I'm eating spicy beans.
Nice. At this time, I've just noticed you have a throwing board there. And I would like to try something. I haven't used my dagger in quite a while, and maybe I should try to hit the board again. He emerges.
Ah, yes. We usually use that as targeting practice, and normally there is a goblin strapped to it.
Seems
You
very
guys
fun.
know how to have fun.
Yeah, that's sometimes you have to keep them in line, you know. They do all kind of stupid things. Like
Well,
Sniggle,
of
for
course.
example, never focused on his job.
Sniggle had to
Set up
serve
the
as a target.
He probably will if he's still doing the same things and not focusing on his job.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my stage for the slave auction. Also, I don't have any slaves right now, so no matter.
Well, sorry about that.
Ah, well, you took the one that I wanted to auction off, but you gave me money, so that is nice.
So where on the board did I hit? Alistair aims with his dagger.
You're right back.
He holds it at the tip of the blade, as people do, I guess, I don't know, and winds up the hit and whirls it over his shoulder. Just, I hope it's pretty good aimed. So where do I hit?
Pretty close to the center of it. You actually managed to pull out a good throw, and the dagger is now stuck in the wood there. And Yak claps as he sees
Oh!
how you managed to hit the target. Well, that is nice. That would be if there would be a goblin, that would be straight into the heart.
Well, yes, I have been known to be a heartbreaker. He winks over at the group and then walks up front to pull back out his dagger.
Okay, Yak orders another round of ale on his cost then now this time. Anyone else want to try?
Oh yes. I think I already had one, so I will take another one.
No, throwing daggers.
Oh, you're throwing daggers, of course. I walk up to the board and I take out one of those that are already like there. Oh, sorry.
All right, yeah. They're made of poor quality and don't have a very pointy tip.
Ah, it doesn't matter.
With enough force, you stab everything.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. What should I roll?
Roll
I
an
just rolled
attack,
in a
like
normal attack.
yeah, roll a normal attack.
Normal attack. Yeah.
Maybe
Um,
acrobatics would work too, but I don't know.
No, daggers are actually also ranged weapons if you want to. That is
Okay.
completely alright. You did the right thing.
Cool.
Well, I only have the club right now, but I guess that's the same.
Yeah, it's
Same
yeah, it's your attack modifier. Roll a d20 plus your attack modifier. Yeah,
Yay!
it lands right in the middle there. Since you are stronger, you used a bit more force, so it stays in the target. And Yak again claps, and wow, you would make great bodyguards, actually. I would love to have you in my service.
It would be a great honor.
And he falls back to goblin speech from time to time. And seems to be very drunk right now.
Nice. Yeah, I just sit back and I take my mug, and I extend it to Yek to how do you say it?
Prost.
Yeah, to
Clink clank.
exactly
Cheer.
to boink our mugs together.
Okay. He uses more force than would actually be necessary, so ale is spilling out of the mugs, and all over the table. And yes, to you, my friends, that's so nice to have you here. You can stay as long as you want. You're friends of the Yak clan now.
Alistair
That's
has a hearty laugh. Thank you, Yik. We are honored. Where did that owl come from? Ah, you're distracted.
I stopped playing because staying too close to the goblins playing music is gonna make my head hurt in the long run. I turn towards Yak and I say, "Do you want to see another trick?" I take one of the daggers out and put it on my hand. And then I whisper to cast Mage Hand, lift the dagger with Mage Hand, and have the Mage Hand put it in the middle of the board.
He looks at your little magic trick there and seems to get angry. I told you already, no magic in here.
There's no magic.
But how did you do that then?
It's force of mind.
No, it's not. This is magic. I see magic when I see magic.
No, I promise it's force of mind.
No, this is bullshit. This is magic. Stop it. Stop it right now. I don't want to see magic tricks here in my tavern.
Wow. I go get my dagger back in this point.
You know, I'm gonna go now. You ruined the mood. I go sleep now. And he gets up, throws over the stool, and wanders down, not in a straight line,
Hey,
and
wait,
disappears.
Yeah.
Where did Alistair
Yes?
You wanna come? You want me to come with you?
No, wait, I have an idea.
What? No, you're too big and you're too.
Perhaps we're
No.
Oh, that's sad.
Wait, I go back at the table with the other half. I have a plan.
Do it.
I don't know. Where's your token, Fu?
I don't know. I lost it. It was there.
I move you guys a bit around. It was there. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have it?
Oh.
Huh?
Also, the grid is kind of weird. Some of the tokens are not on the grid, like Zoya at the moment. So,
I am
Yeah,
on the
do.
grid. It's
No, don't follow the lines on the floor. It's not matching up 100%.
well, no, she was like somewhere in between here.
but that's because Bavs moved it, and he can put me somewhere that's not on the grid.
Okay.
No, I also have a line to grid, but Yeah, I'm
Okay.
missing Alistair as well. I'll give you a new token in a second. Wait a moment.
Okay.
So Yek is refusing Orland's offer and is wandering off towards the kitchen.
Okay.
So you're alone now. By the way, everybody who was drinking with the Yek, also roll me a Constitution check, please, to see how drunk you are.
Oh boy.
I'm perfectly fine.
I'm rolling a lot of shitty constitution saves today.
I'd say that's an okay, but
Okay, Orlan and Alistair, you both are visibly drunk, so it's getting hard for you to speak, and Orlan is probably close to fall asleep as well.
Okay.
Oh man, when I was young, nobody fused me like that. Aging sucks.
Can you
I wanna
guys
go
stay
to
here?
bed.
I think I have an idea.
yes,
What's the
Alistair
idea?
kind of waddles over to Alice and says, "Now get that thing. And if you need to just, I don't know, change to a hot goblin maiden or something,
Um,
should help, right?"
shh.
Then he sits down at the stools and just grins
Okay.
like a cute
Okay, I
bastard,
move.
I
I
guess.
move over here.
Yay.
Oh. I think no one can see me there, and I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay, you turn invisible.
Yes, and then whoops, I move back here. I'm gonna stealthily try to follow. Oh,
Okay.
boy.
Quick question, guys. We are 25 minutes over our usual break time. Do you want to have a break right now of, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, why not? I need a new glass of water.
I
Yep.
would also like a break now.
Yeah,
Alright.
bio breaks and stuff and so on. So let's do 15 minutes. So
Cool.
20 to 5 it is then. And continue.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh wait, you have to start the stream.
That's a good portent roll.
It really is.
That's like the perfect portent roll.
Almost.
Almost, yeah.
Do I get advantage on stealth when I'm invisible?
I would actually say yes. Yeah, why not? I mean, there is one key component of stealth missing, right? You're not visible. So
Okay, so it's 21.
yeah, great. You are adjusting your steps to the arithmetic song of the goblins.
Okay.
Which is a bit difficult since it's not rhythmic. But yeah, you are pretty stealthy, and you sneak down.
Okay. You know, where was the bat? No, the bat was in the behind the kitchen.
Kiddishin.
Yeah, in the kitchen you see two goblins doing stuff,
Okay.
preparing more ale and food.
Is the door open?
The door is not open, but it's also not locked.
Okay.
So you silently open the door.
Yeah, I try to silently open the door and slip in.
Okay,
Then silently close it again.
great. You see Yek in all his clothes on the bed, not even covered by the sheets. He just literally fell down there and started to sleep. He is snoring very loud.
Okay. I poke him in his shoulder. Slightly.
He's not waking up, but he's doing some funny sounds.
Alright, so I carefully try to remove the thing from his head.
Okay, then give me a sleight of hand. Very good. You remove the circlet from its head,
Okay.
and the moment it stops touching any of Yek, Yek turns back into a goblin
Okay.
and looks rather pitiful in his way too big clothes right now.
I'm sorry. I take the crown with me.
Very good.
And I will try to stealthily open the door here.
Mm-hmm. That works.
How long would it take for me to get from here to the room with the elf statues?
Probably about half an hour, if you move fast.
That's a bit too much.
What would
How
you
much-
try to do? Petrify it?
Yes, and then bring it back.
But why? Aren't we gonna remove the curse?
It's probably. Is it cursed?
You try.
You can't tell. It's-
Okay, wait. You know, I'm coming back here. I slide it on the table so it shouldn't be invisible anymore, and I whisper to Elasha if she can try and remove the curse.
And I do so.
Okay, you cast remove curse on it, and you feel that the spell seems to have no effect at all. That item doesn't seem to be cursed.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be a curse. Like, I don't feel like something has changed.
Okay.
Can
What
we
else?
use
Take it with the
spell magic on it?
Can someone try putting it on? Out of curiosity.
No, don't.
But
Don't.
it doesn't do anything to him.
No, don't do it in here. Like when I whispered when I removed it, he turned back into a goblin. So there might be something magical at it. It's probably not a curse, but
I fucking damn that bitch is a goblin?
No shit. Turn log.
Seeing as all my other party members who might be able to dispel magic are seem to be a little bit too drunk to actually
Nobody
properly
can
do that.
dispel magic. We don't have ritual spells anymore. It's all of
I-
you.
Dispel magic.
Did you cast a spell magic?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, you cast a spell magic, and the magic around the object faints for a moment, but as soon as the spell ends, comes back.
Huh.
Okay, if I cast Long Strider and like double dash, how long does it take me to get to the room with the elves?
Half an hour if you move really fast, like I said.
Yeah, but really fast is just like my normal movement. But if I add a little bit of magic, you know,
No,
I
it's
can't
it's
add
actually quite a long. It's actually quite a long
Yeah.
walk.
No, I can't add magical movement either. So, wait, is this one a well?
Yes.
How deep is it?
I mean, it's not a well. It's just a pond with how do you call that thing? Pumpy.
Okay. So, is that?
Yeah, it has a water pump on it, and it's not a well. It's a stone basin.
Okay, so I take the crown again.
Mm-hmm. And then?
And then, good question. I'm gonna.
Maybe holy water helps.
Man, why don't we just break it?
Yeah.
No, go away.
Oh.
Gonna go back to the room. Go back to our room. Tell the goblin that we broke the curse, and I'm gonna take care of the crown.
Okay. I'll be back. Alistair stumbles out of the tavern. Pretty happy, it looks.
gonna
So I
follow us.
dismissed the owl.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it on my token because I'm.
Yeah,
In case
okay.
I just. And then I go down to the room where the elf petrification thingy is.
Oh, okay. So let's say you go down there. Yeah, takes you another half an hour,
Half an hour ish.
and you are in the room right now.
All
So
right.
what you want to do?
I'm gonna petrify the crown.
It's not working.
It's not working.
No, it's not working on items.
Okay, then I go to the room with the Hallister statue
Uh huh.
and I put the crown on its head.
Okay. There's
then I-
nothing happening.
It's okay. It's okay. And then I'm gonna go back to
It is a
the.
secret room, so.
I'm gonna go back to the bazaar.
Okay. So another half an hour later, you're back.
Yeah,
You
Hey, so.
I'm visible.
your colleagues are more or less drunk, standing around there,
All right.
and are spreading the news.
Oh God, no.
While you see that one of the goblins is wildly gesturing to your friends. And Elisha, are you there? Yeah?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, you're going there as well. Yeah. One of the goblins speaks to you. You should probably disappear really quick. Now, Yek is probably gonna be furious when he's waking up.
Okay. Like not coming back, disappear, or just for a bit?
Well, he has his temper, you know. You probably should disappear for a while.
All right.
Well, yeah.
I guess we will do that. Would you do us one favor though, as we have gotten rid of the curse?
Yes.
Could you provide us with just like a couple of health potions, just for our security and our safety?
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
That would be
okay.
very, very nice of you.
He runs off to a different merchant, and you see him discussing with him. Seems to be a very heated up discussion, but at the end he returns with 3 health potions.
Thank you a
Yeah,
lot.
that's-
It is very, very much appreciated.
That's least that we can do now that we have our old yak back.
You're welcome, and we will definitely return
Oh yeah, you're not
after
drunk. That's good.
after a little bit. So, yes.
Oh, maybe don't tell him who broke the curse if he's not happy about it, because we wouldn't spoil our relationship with him.
Yes, please just tell him that we have set on to move to or find Skullport, and we were a little bit in a hurry. That's why we didn't wait for him.
Ah, you want to go to Skullport?
Yes, we do.
Ah, good idea, good idea. Why didn't you go with Azrock?
We still had some business to finish.
Ah, I see.
Do you know
So,
which way they took?
yes, they took the way to the hidden caverns. It's the longer way, but ends up without any problems.
Can you show us where?
I can't, but let me ask my cousin's father. And
So
he
your uncle?
runs off. He runs off and returns with another bugbear. Do you want to go to Skullport?
Yeah, dude. And Alistair leans over to Alasha, heavily using her as something he can lean on. Says, "Dude, I think this is like his family tree's a fucking ladder."
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
they should take a short rest before.
There
I'm
they
good.
can
I
power
don't-
up.
are tunnels that lead down to Azrock's hideout.
If you would be so kind to show us where to go, we would very much appreciate that.
I need to come with you. You wouldn't find it.
Then that would even be more appreciated.
That would be really good.
Okay, you did a lot for Goblin Bazaar. You got rid of other bugbears and you freed other bugbears. So me and my cousin's mother can also go there with you.
What's
That
your
sounds amazing.
name?
With who?
You go first.
My name? Or my mother's name?
Your name. Your name.
It is Mem Gnarf.
Damn,
Hello,
Gnarf.
Gnarf.
Hello, human. Now shall we go?
I'm
Yes.
Berlin.
Ah, good. All in. Good name. Good name.
Thank you, Gnarf. Good too.
Good. Can we go
Can
now?
we go to sleep now?
No
man,
sleeping. You
We
need to go.
gotta go, orphan.
Okay. And I like stumble a little bit. I don't know where my token is anymore, but you know.
I will. I will act as
wait,
a,
this
as
is
a kind of a
Yagu,
cane for
Alice,
our two drunk.
Elasha, Zoya.
Yes.
There is your token.
Okay.
Alistair just takes Elasha's hand and like looks at her, all super happy, like, "Can you take me to bed?" And just like doesn't let go. Like he's stuck to you now.
Yes, of course.
I start
We will-
seeing why you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
he takes you with him, exits the bazaar. He leads you into some caverns, and there is another bugbear then waiting for him with some big backpacks filled with bread and water. So now we start. This is gonna take a while. You will have time to sober up. And with that, he leads you into the caverns. And 4 long and dark days later, you reach level 3 again.
Are you
Actually,
gonna drag
does
us all the way?
somebody? Yeah, he just leads you through the tunnels, not
No, I
drag you.
mean,
I
are
mean,
you
you
gonna drag our tokens all the
yes,
way, or
I'll
is it
put you.
just...
I'll put you on. I'll put you on level 3. Then
No,
again,
as I mean, are you gonna reveal the way to us, or is that
No.
just...
there is no way that I can reveal
Ah.
to you.
Okay.
I'm just wait a second. I'll move your tokens there, and then I'm gonna. No, not again. I need to hide my browser bookmarks. Otherwise, it's just gonna throw me out of Roll20. Is anyone doing something with the crown during 4 days of travel?
The crown is not with us.
It's on
You left
the
it
thing
there?
statue.
I left it on Halistar's head.
Yes,
Ah,
the
you
he
left it
secret
there.
passed
room.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
I wasn't sure if he would stay in the Goblin Bazaar, and it would have been suboptimal if Yek would find us with the crown, in case he really liked to be cursed.
Yeah, that is true.
I have a question
Okay.
though for these 4 days.
Yes.
Do I still have the one book I had with me that I scribbled the summoning circle into? It's just an empty
Ah,
book
your
with like a
notebook
summoning circle.
basically. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that is still there. Yeah.
Can I use that as a spell book?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there's anything preventing you from it.
All right, then I can in fact. I think I can just write down my my prepared spells into that spell book, but I'm not sure if it costs me money.
It's not a magical
Uh,
book. It shouldn't actually.
No, it always costs me money when I write down shit because
Ah.
Yeah,
wizard.
yeah, that's some kind of mechanic that is behind there to cover costs
Mhm.
for some material and ink and
Okay.
I don't know what.
So like it says, yeah, I guess it would cost me money, or like materials at least.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend 1 hour and 10 GP for each level of the copied spell.
Yeah.
Same procedure. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I have any of that. I don't have. Do I have my ink and stuff still? Do I
Ink
have
is
any
there.
ink?
Ink is
I
there.
don't think I. Wait. I don't think I have any ink.
Didn't you buy ink?
No.
I have a scroll of pedigree, but
No, I don't think I bought anything. I don't have money.
No, but didn't you buy ink a few sessions ago?
Yeah, but like an ink, not like
that's gone
500
by now.
GP worth of ink. You know.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we had some ink in a bunch of empty books, but they were in a certain bag.
Mhm.
Oh wait, did I have any ink on? I have ink
I mean-
on me. I have ink on me. I have a forgery kit. I can give you ink.
Do you have? Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 18, 180 gold worth of ink.
what?
What?
I use it to do forgeries. I don't need to count it in GP. I'm assuming not, because that's a lot of ink. That's not even that's a whole squid that would produce ink all day.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of a wizard, but it's fine. It won't actually give me any benefits if I make a new spellbook now. I'll just still have the spells I have, so it's okay. I was just wondering.
All right. You good?
Yeah.
No, wait, actually. Sorry. No, I don't have those. Right. Sorry. Never mind.
Easy.
Just
No worries. Yes.
a technical question. Who else is using Firefox at the moment?
Nope.
Me?
I am.
Nope.
I am.
Firefox has been crashing for me, so try to change over to something like Chrome. Possibly that
It's
would
been
help.
fine.
Oh. I crashed twice now.
Don't
so...
say that. That's heresy.
Oops.
Chrome.
Wait, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed-
You
I
are
missed
in
my
the.
owl.
Oh yeah. You all. Wait.
No, if you want, you can give me a token that I can
No,
control.
no, no.
like,
I
one-
have.
I mean,
have
there's a
the,
token
I have
on the map.
familiars. I have the familiars here. Just didn't move them over. There you go. Okay, so now after 4 long days of travel through endless caverns of dark, the 2 bugbears left you an hour ago, just pointing you into the general direction. And as you followed the cave, you end up in a bigger cave with clouds of harmless and dimly luminescent spores that hang in the air, and some goblins that are farming fungi.
Do we
They
know
look at
what
you
kind
a
of
bit.
fungi?
Hmm?
Do we know what
Um,
this actually is that they're farming?
barrel stalk. It's barrel stalk fungi.
Does it have like
It's a
special?
cask.
Ooh.
It's a cask-shaped fungus that can be tapped and drained of the water inside it. And a single barrel stalk contains some gallons of water.
Damn.
Oh,
And
nice.
it husk can also be used as food.
Can we get high of it?
No.
Aren't you already drunk?
Not drunk
Pretty
anymore.
sure we
and I
sobered up
ate
in the
it.
first 4 days.
Okay. The goblins look at you a bit surprised and ask in goblin, "Who are you?"
Who
Lasha.
are we indeed?
Sorry, come again.
They asked us who we are in Goblin.
In Goblin, we are friends of Yek. We just come from your bazaar, from the Goblin Bazaar, and we are on our way to Skullport, and some
Ah,
Show them the stone.
yes.
I see.
Who has
I
the
see.
stone? Yeah, we
All
just
of you have
go-
the stone. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I show them the stone, and yeah, so we are looking for the way to Skullport, and
I see. I see. You have sign of Azrock. Come, come. I bring you to Azrock. And he guides you the way. Now, in order to discover the map, I would actually say that you follow the goblin for now.
Mhm.
Oops, I didn't want to move Esmeralda.
It's okay, you can just leave her there. I don't have her.
The goblin guides you through a narrow tunnel.
I will move my token as soon as I can.
Oh, okay, easy. Yeah, yeah. I take you with me.
Oh yeah.
I just take you with me there. And at the end of a tunnel, you end up in some kind of dwarven stronghold, you would say. And remembering what Alistair told you, this seems to be the actual Strongkuldur that he mentioned.
Mhm.
And most of the hallways here are dimly lit by torches and
No,
candles. What? No. What's
I
going on?
dropped my popcorn. It's okay.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
happened.
Go to the north and then to the east.
To the north. Oh
East,
God.
east, east now. Here's the
Yeah, no, we found
the
him.
goblin.
We're just...
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Do not move on the goblin.
Sorry.
Alistair makes his move on the goblin.
Yeah. And he then stops in front of a hobgoblin and talks to him shortly in goblin. Found people with stone. Present him to Azrock. The hobgoblin nods and opens the door to the south, while the goblin disappears back to his fungi farming duty. And you can now pass through the door to the south. Oh, there is no... Okay, there is no blockage. Great. And you enter a room that is full of goblins, hobgoblins, and other people. Also some bugbears.
Should we move you guys along if you're stuck?
Oh yeah, I take
Yes,
those. I take
please.
those two with me. There you go.
Okay.
And what you also see are dozens of stone idols of dwarven gods that have been toppled from their bases and smashed to the floor. A low altar near the west wall is covered in dried blood, and piled around it are drow short swords, hand crossbows, shields, and skulls. Atop the altar rests a 7-inch tall statuette of Maglobiet, the goblin god of war, as Elisha recalls, carved from blood-red stone. And flanking the altar are 2 iron treasure chests that don't have any visible locks on them. And down here on a dwarven, not throne but stone seat, sits Azrok, next to a female hobgoblin standing right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
She whispers something into his ear, and while you look around the scenery, you recall the wait, on what page am I? Help me! My page! I'm on the wrong page. Am I? No, I'm not. There you go. It seems to be that the room was once a dwarven smithy and was renovated into the warlord's great hall. And after he got whispered by the female beside him, he stands up and speaks, "Welcome, honored guests."
Alistair bows in front of him and says, hello. It is an honor to be in your war hall.
Stand and be recognized, the warlord grumbles. Humble
He
yourself
stands
in
up.
this hall and be exalted. Exalt yourself and you shall be humbled.
I don't get it.
What do you not get, Orlin?
What the fuck does that mean? Like,
I don't know. Just go with it.
Doesn't matter.
Christy, do you need that written down?
No, I have it.
Great.
Not that I knew, I just want to ask.
Elisha, since you seem to be very insightful and have a high perception, and also some kind of medical background, you notice that something with Azrok's eyesight is not correct. It's not right. He is literally turning his head from one side to the other and does not really know where to look at.
I don't know, like, do I know anything of like hobgoblin etiquette or something like that? Like, would it be rude if I would just like make a remark or something? Is there?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
coming just judging from your own orcish heritage, it would probably be very rude to make a remark on some kind of weakness of a tribe leader.
All right, I see. Then I will not like say anything at this moment, but I will yeah, I will just look closely and I will like observe
Okay.
him. as we are
Azrock
here.
stands in front of his stone stool, and seems to speak into the room rather than to you. How can I help you? You came forward to my halls.
We talked with some of your bugbear soldiers up in the bazaar.
Ah, my
And-
recruiting agent. I see.
Exactly. They told us that you were fighting against the drows down here.
Puh! He spits on the floor. Yes.
I see we have the same
Hey!
opinion of them. So we tried to travel taking the other way around, and they happened to steal some of our items, which we would like to get back very...
They
So
stole
I-
them? You mean you got captured?
Do we look like prisoners to you now?
You
Well,
probably
certainly
do.
not.
But we got out of the situation, but unfortunately we didn't manage to get our items back. And I thought we
So
might...
you just came here to look for your stuff?
No. We know that you are trying to get rid of them, so we were planning to offer our services and help you out get rid of them.
What
Getting
would
out-
those services be?
Well, we are very skilled with our weapons, but we were quite outnumbered.
So you're fighters?
We
We
are
are.
fighters, and we have a range of spells and magic at our display.
Well, a range would be a little much, but you know, some.
Shut
of
up,
them.
Arlen. We
I
still have a
didn't say a
range.
wide range.
Oh,
Just a range. Yeah, range can be from 1 to 2. That's true, yes.
I can still use all my spells. I mean, most are not very useful in a fight, but that's another thing.
Okay. Once you stopped speaking, the female hobgoblin next to him again whispers into his ears, and you see that he seems to be kind of confused, like he's not really getting what is going on right now, and he again looks into the middle of the room and says, "You seem to be a very diverse group of people, huh? So what are your
Say that.
skills?"
Indeed, we come from a wide variety of backgrounds and have also a lot of years of experience in different professions, let's say. And so what we can offer are a well-rounded group of adventurers that has bested a lot of challenges that we faced so far. So we see ourselves as a force to be reckoned with.
I see. So, in order to get your stuff back, you want to full face attack the drow and go into war?
Well, a small raiding party would be cool too.
A small raiding party? Do you actually know who you're speaking to? I am Azrock, leader of Azrock's Legion. That means I have a legion.
Well, your recruiting soldiers told us that you were at war with them, so we just wanted to join your forces. Getting our stuff back would be nice, of course, but first line, we just want to get rid of them.
A revenge would be something that we would really well love on the draw.
I see. He smiles and sits back down. Then be my guest. We shall then prepare the war against those pesky drows. And he then again seems to get some advices from the female. You can discuss the details with Lorcana, my wife. And he points to his right at the female.
Mhm.
And she steps forward and says, "Yes, I can help you. Please, have you met the drow?
We have, yes.
Yes.
Have you met Trissa?
We
Yes, we actually have.
And you escaped alive?
We did, yes, fortunately.
None of us ever escaped alive. How did you do that?
In our spell repertoire, there are spells that help us disguise and flee, and we somehow got out of their entangled webs,
did. Yeah.
and we were able to flee, barely. I might just say.
Yeah.
We
I
also
approached
got rid of a certain infestation that they had given us.
Yes, Trissa is very weird woman. She's doing experiments with her pesky spiders. All of those big spiders that she has emerged and were bred by our people within their bodies. None of them survived.
We have seen corpses, not of bugbears or goblins or hobgoblins, but we have seen what these spiders do to the bodies of their victims, and I have sworn myself that this will not happen to any of my friends ever,
Look,
or the people I fight with.
come with me. And she leaves the room, goes outside.
Where to up?
Yes, to up. To the north.
The Mordor!
And then she moves around that room that you see in front of you. Also,
Oh,
then up.
that's the owl. Oops.
Can you take me with
Can you
you?
move me? Yes, me too.
Yes,
please.
I take you with you.
You-
She opens the door then and enters the room.
Wait, where are the 2 tokens now?
And in there is a turtle.
Plop. And then there is one person missing. There, Zoya. Plop.
Coming. Okay.
No, we have 2 Zoyas. Why do we have 2 Zoyas?
I don't know. Wait, I deleted one.
Joan.
I deleted one.
I
Don't
have
delete
one Zoya with owl and I have one Zoya. Okay,
Okay,
then let's
let's
do
delete
Zoya
one
without
Zoya.
Keep Zoya with owl. Wait, now I only have owl.
No,
Zoya.
because yeah. Wait.
Wait, I can drop. Okay, or that.
We can't actually move the other Zoya. Or this one.
What did you do? There. Now you have your own back. Okay. The room that she just entered seems to be empty, except there is some kind of a gate embedded in the west wall. And it resembles an arc that is carved to look like a gold dragon wormling. Its mouth agape. But that is so far not the reason why she brought you here. I need to speak to you in person without the others.
Okay.
Listen, my husband suffers from a birth fate. He was born blind. Not sure if you noticed.
Yes, but I mean, he must still be like an impressive leader. If he
Yes,
managed
but
to
the
get-
reason why is that he used to have a dagger of blind sight. That dagger allowed him to see.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that dagger was stolen, and since then, our legion is losing its force every day. We have just one option. We either attack now, or we're gonna be defeated. Do you have any information that could help us?
Well, we were brought into a temple kind of room. I can show
Yes.
you probably I think I could make a minor illusion of the room.
Okay. Yes, we heard of that. That seems to be the temple of the dwarves.
Yes, and there's also a dungeon on the left side by the entrance. That's where we were kept before we escaped.
Stronghold has many mysteries. But what I'm actually interested in is how many drow are there? How many forces do we have to expect?
Oh, a lot. There were Quaggoths. There were a lot of male drow soldiers. We
There were
managed
some giant
to fight
spiders.
Grimlocks. There were giant spiders.
Troglodytes.
Yes, troglodytes. Then, of course, there was Trissa. And I'd say, alone in the temple, there were at least 12 to 15 male drows, from what I could see.
Oh, there was an elven prisoner I tried to release when we fled, or when we managed to get out, but she ended up being... I'm not sure if she's a spy or what their relation is. She told me she was used as a slave, but the moment I tried to free her, she called for help, and she said that we were escaping, so I wouldn't trust her too much.
I see. That doesn't sound like enough.
There's
There must be more.
There's also a wizard drow that might come for reinforcements. I don't know what their relationship
They
is.
they didn't seem to have a good relationship though, and she was
Yeah,
really
but
disappointed.
he might still be under her command, just like a small fry that leaned too far out of the window.
I see.
Yes.
Yes, we are indeed lacking magical power. We have no shamans in our ranks.
Well, we do have some magic in ours.
We're
That
really
would be very
hindered
helpful.
by the loss of our gear, though, so...
I see.
Hey.
Your magic users need stuff in order to perform magic, right?
Yes.
Not necessarily, but for some things we do need our items back.
Look, we have a warband here of 170 goblins, around 40 bugbears, and another 40 hobgoblins. And they still manage to take foot here into our territory. So there must be more.
There must be, but I think if we get rid of Trissa, that would be quite a hard blow on them.
What I just remembered, the drow mage that we mentioned, he has a group of were-rats, and Trissa was aware of that, so probably she too has a small group or even a bigger group of were-rats at her disposal.
Yeah, she said she gave him the were-rats, didn't she? Something like
Yes,
that.
they were skilled fighters with crossbows, but we did not see them transform, or we did not notice them being were-rats, but she revealed it to us in a kind of mocking way. So maybe there are other abominations and creatures at her display.
Interesting. Werebeasts, we didn't see them so far, but I noticed something in the behavior of some of our officers. Trust no one in here. But as long as you wish, you can stay for now and prepare. Our equipment is on your disposal.
Crash.
So, what exactly is the plan? Do we just attack them head on, or...
No, that would be unwise.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna
I would
say.
suggest is that you scout out and find a way to attack them and maybe ambush them. There is no
Yes.
other way. Face to face, we will lose.
There is a possibility, though, that an ambush will be unwise. Under the items that we lost is my dagger of warning that I have had, and that means we can't really surprise them. It will warn the carrier if there is danger in a certain radius. So we
Her
should.
eyes gets wide and is that true? You have an
Yes.
item that can do this?
I had, but it was, as we said, unfortunately lost to the drow.
That is not good. That is not good. So information is even more important right now. You need to find more ways to trick them into a trap.
Yes.
As I said, we have some forces here and also some equipment. You can use it as fit.
Have any magic scrolls or books or anything like that?
I need to check our inventory. I'll come
That would
back
be
to you on this
great.
one.
Thank you.
You said that your weapons are at our disposal. We are a bit short on or I personally am a bit short on weapons since I only carry my dagger, a normal one. I saw you had some short swords at your disposal. Would I be allowed to use one of these?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
We have
very
actually
much.
more weapons than we have recruits.
Ah, would you let us have a look at it, maybe?
Yes.
I would
Sure.
also need some basic armor at least that I could make to fit myself, but I see from proportions.
I'm pretty sure that
something will
our
fit.
armor would suit you. Hobgoblins are actually more or less your size.
Yeah.
So she points to the north from the room where you're standing, right there, and says that there is the storage room, and that you can take what you want from there. And she will inform everybody around here to not charge you as long as you are in Asrock's service.
Okay.
And if you need any food, she also describes you the way to the storage for food and rations. And if you want to rest, she also points you to a different room where you can find rest and be safe.
Okay.
All right.
So, please come back to me and speak to me as soon as you have found out something.
We will inform you. Be sure of that.
Okay.
Could you
And
show
with
us?
that,
Okay.
yes.
Could you show us the way, like the easiest way to get into Drow territory from here?
The easiest way to draw territory. Follow the caverns to the southeast.
All right.
You will probably find some patrols from us.
Good. Thank you very much for your help.
Your. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I was pretty much done.
Okay. Your recruits gave us one of those stones to show that we are allies. Would you maybe have more of them just in case we get split or separated? No.
I guess not.
That's a statement.
How
We-
dare you ask that? Goodbye.
Didn't I just say we all have one of those stones as...
Yes.
No, we had one.
No, we each have one, is what he said.
Oh, we each have one. I
Yeah.
got we
Yes.
only had one. Yeah, well then
Oh, okay.
it's fine. I
What
thought
kind
we
of stone?
I thought we
A
just
blood
had one
Azrock
stone.
stone.
Do we each
You had
have
one.
one?
No,
we have one
you
in
had
total,
one.
right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
because I just asked if it would be possible for us to each get one in case we get splitted.
Well, I
During
mean,
scouting.
none of us are drow, so I guess
Yes,
we
but
would
none
know.
of us are goblin, hobgoblin, or
There's a half orc.
bugbear either.
Still something different.
I mean, we do look the most like were-rats, probably, so...
Well, yeah, but at the
Fair.
moment only the wife knows about the were-rats.
But she nods and says, I will have a look into it.
Nice.
Thank you.
And with that, then she leaves the room and starts to probably inform the rest of the Legion of your arrival and your pledge.
Okay, so I would say let's first check out the armory and the weaponry, and then we can settle on a plan.
That sounds like a plan.
Well, yes. But as the first few steps, I mean.
Look, all good. All right.
So, north, you said, was the weaponry.
Yes.
Now there are 3 norths. Okay, this one north. Herb Gerblin.
I
Is it
a
moved the
room?
rest of the group.
Is it the
Okay.
room? This one?
Yes, that this is the room.
Nice.
Okay, you already entered. So, you enter the room. Right, stop moving around here. Need to put some light on you, huh, Zoya?
Yes.
Yeah, will do. So, wait a second. This is room number. Yeah, there. You see, what you see is pretty much an armory with a lot of stacked racks and weapons, with two hobgoblins in it, guarding and sorting it, more or less. And they look at you. Ah, you need to be new visitors.
Yes, we are here to get ourselves a bit equipped to join the forces of Azrock.
Ah, all right. Yeah, Lord Kana informed us. Take what you want.
Thank you kindly. What kind of weapons are there?
Um,
Why do you know that, Nick?
he knows a lot of stuff. He's a very wise guy.
Do you perchance know the campaign?
They are pretty much all kind of melee and ranged weapons. Basically everything that you can imagine, and of course non-magical, so standard equipment. But as long as it's not too exotic, what you're looking for, it's there. Same goes for armor.
Okay.
So, but like again, probably only basic stuff. So they wouldn't have my adamantite scale mail, I guess.
No,
Probably just normal scale mail.
But
normal
they would-
scale mail, right?
Okay.
Chain shirts. Yes.
They wouldn't have my elven chain, right?
No.
The
But they would
only
have
armor I can wear.
No. Bilbo did not pass through here.
They would have, I'm assuming, a normal rapier because mine was in the bag of holding. The normal one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a standard melee weapon. Absolutely no issue.
Okay.
They usually don't have use for it anyway, since it's a very finesse weapon.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly are simple weapons? I really don't know. I forgot. I just know that I can use simple weapons, but what actually counts is that short swords and stuff, or
Yeah, short sword is a simple weapon if I recall it correctly. Wait
Yeah,
a
it
second,
is.
let me quickly put up the list. There is some kind of list somewhere.
Most small weapons are simple.
Yeah,
I know that a sigle, that's also a simple weapon, but that's like super bad for my case.
Can
simple melee
have-
weapons. Yes.
like a hand crossbow with bolts? Is that?
Mm-hmm. That is all right. Yes.
And the net?
Net is also there.
Okay, great. That's all for me.
Wait, I give you the link to all the simple melee weapons.
Okay. I'm looking through
And then
that.
there are simple ranged weapons, which are only the light crossbow, dart, shortbow, and the sling.
Mm.
So martial weapons are also there, as well as martial ranged.
So that means Alice can take a longsword and a halberd for herself.
Yep.
Alright.
Alistair will take a quarterstaff, or let's say he'll give Yagu a quarterstaff and take his own back.
Yeah.
And then he
Do
would
you have
like.
any emotional attachment to that quarterstaff?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's mine and it looks fancy, and I want to have it back. Then he will also take a hand axe.
Okay.
No, but
Hand axe is always very handy.
I still have my daggers.
Badumts.
Now I have a dagger, a quarterstaff, and a hand axe, and a crossbow, and my blast, of course.
It's a bit, it's a lot of weapons, right? Don't you think?
No.
Especially for someone that does quite a few Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah.
But then
You
again,
never
you can
know.
never
I've never seen you use a weapon for the whole time. Anyway, all right. Anything else that you would like to have?
Nothing.
I will basically just take normal scale mail, and I'm still deciding hand axe or mace, just like one-handed
Okay,
weapon.
it's not another problem of finding that. Quartermaster guide you through their stockpile of stuff.
Yeah, I doubt that they would have warhammers, right?
Well, why not?
Didn't you say it's just like simple?
No, they have martial melee weapons and simple
Ooh.
No,
weapons.
I asked for simple stuff because I can only
Sorry,
use
yeah.
simple stuff.
Then I will
The
definitely
same link.
take a
On the same
warhammer.
link, if you scroll a bit down, then you see the list of martial weapons as well.
All right.
Yep, Warhammer, absolutely no issue. They have all kinds of normal weapons and armors. As I said, everything that is not magical can be found there. It's not that much at the end of the day.
I'm gonna get a scimitar too.
Okay.
Because it's light, so I can have.
It's
Like,
it's a light finesse. Mhm.
So if I can't run away, I use the scimitar instead.
All right, good. So you stock up on weapons, armor, and ammunition, and start to put them on probably right on the spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So then now,
Goodbye.
goodbye, bye-bye. So you want to continue exploring?
Yeah, I think so. Or like just the strongholds, so we know everything and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, according to Locarna's description, the storage for food was right next to here.
So I'd
So
say
you
let's
can have a
check
look
that
at
out.
there. Exactly. So yeah, it's going into the right direction.
Okay.
Okay, so what you see in there is actually a bit better than usual goblin food.
Mhm.
So they seem to have normal food, including even meat from chickens and also some beef. And they seem to have a connection to Skullport in order to get that.
Mhm.
There's also fresh water and even some wine.
I would like to refill my water skin with the water, because I'm pretty sure after the 4 days of travel, it has been emptied.
Yeah, I mean the two bugbears that showed you the way brought some rations with them.
Well,
But
yes.
yeah, you're pretty low on everything, right? So you can spend a bit time there and compose yourself some rations plus refill your water skins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the goblins, they don't really disturb you. They just they have been informed and they keep on doing whatever they're doing.
Should I pack some plates for you, Orlin?
I would
Yeah,
get
why
ration.
not? Maybe I'll choke on them this time.
I mean, we can use them as frisbees to, like, I don't know, distract somebody.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I pack 2 plates, I guess, if there are any.
Okay, the goblins look at you a bit puzzled, but yeah, okay. They don't hinder you.
Nice.
I also refill my water skin and take rations for 5 days. Because if we're going to scout, I'd rather have a bit more with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. Makes sense.
Are they wooden plates or?
Yeah, some are wooden, some are made of metal. Goblins don't really care for them.
I just 2 plates. I don't care about the thing either. Oh no, where's the? There. Let's call that plates. Nope, not players.
Player. Okay, good. Then the other room that she described to you was a general, resting quarter where you can do your rest, and that would be down here.
I almost knocked over my skin.
I approach Alice, and I hand over a healing potion I got at the bazaar, and I just go, Alice, we might be needing these, so I want you to have one of these.
Oh, thank you.
Might
indeed.
come in handy.
There's
And
some
then-
handed down a healing potion.
And then I go and move over to Yagu and give him one as well.
Thanks.
You get
Here,
most
buddy.
monks on the head.
Yes. We probably might be the ones actually needing them the most.
Yes, thank you, Lasha. Good thought. Hmm.
So where were the sleeping quarters, Beths?
Wait, I had to adjust the token of Christie. Here.
Okay. Boop. Let's go down there. Let's check it out.
I just moved you there, Toad.
Thank you.
Okay, then. The door in front of that room is not locked. It actually has no lock.
Mhm.
And this is a basic prepared visitors' quarters that has beds in it. So you probably haven't seen a bed for a long time.
No.
And it's enough for at least 8 persons to sleep there.
It's bunk beds.
Yes.
Nice.
So you can do your resting there. So this is your room for now.
Alistair
want
jumps
to.
on the bed and does like a deep sigh of relief, just like burying his face in the probably pretty dusty blankets.
Yeah, I mean they're dusty, but
They're blankets.
they're
so-
not. They are dry. That is a plus. Blankets, and there are pillows and actual beds. So there is a bit of comfort.
Yay.
Yay!
So who's
And
gonna share beds with whom? Or
there are
bunk-
8 beds.
Yes,
You don't need to
bunk
share.
beds. You know, like who's gonna be on top and who's gonna be on the bottom. That's important.
Oh, whoops. I think I can't see again.
Do I have my bonnet of sleeping?
No, it's bad. Although it's kind of useless because I think drows can't get put to sleep by magic anyway, so they might have left it there.
I mean, it's just a one-use item, or maybe it's not. It's a custom item. That's why it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Would have been just
you
a
still
little
have
bit
your
of flavor.
fedora?
I can play you a lullaby.
Do you still have your fedora, Orlin?
Do I still have my fedora?
Yeah, the fedora is in. That is the usual fedora. So that's in the back.
Thank God.
Nice.
Important fedora.
You never know if the drow are like, wow, it's all we ever wanted, a fedora, and then,
Never know
Yeah,
about night
right.
drows.
So we can finally go back to the Underdark, and we found the fedora. It's all right. We're satisfied now. All right, guys. Now you found a safe and dry spot, and it's 5:45. I would say it's a good point here to end it for today. At
Yeah.
least if you don't. I mean, if you want to play something, then please do so. Be my guest.
I don't mind.
No, but I
Stopping now.
noticed I don't have any light something with Zoya, and my owl is also below the token of Zoya. So if we could change that again, it would be great.
Yep, let me have a look at it. All right then. In this case, if there is nothing else that you want to do, why do you move out of the room all of the time?
I don't.
Huh?
No, Zoya.
Uh-huh,
No,
so
I
probably
did
so you
because-
can see her owl.
I did because I wasn't sure if it actually was the owl or Zoya that didn't have.
No, you should have light.
Yeah, I have light on both now, but the owl is still below Zoya's token. So if I put my token on top of the owl is gone.
Yeah, wait. To front. There you go. Better?
Yes, thank you.
Great. All right, guys. Then, in this case, thank you very much for playing.